Well, waiting to see who shows up tonight. I guess we'll see.
Holy cow.
Oh, just as I walk away from the freaking screen, you pop
Uh,
on. I
of
see
course.
how that works. Is
Uh,
that how that works?
I was in the middle of a game.
In the middle of a game of what?
The middle of the game of Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. Don't think I know that
hmm
one.
It's pretty fun. It's how do we explain it? It's a 4-on-1 where 4 people are playing survivors. They got to try and turn these generators on and escape
Mhm.
from a slasher type horror film character. Pretty good. I enjoyed it. So,
Cool. I played some World of Warships last night. So,
World Warships.
yep. Opened
P.
my opened my extra bag. Ooh.
Yeah. I don't think I bought a food pack one yet. Wait, no, I did. I think I did one yesterday.
Let's see here. I bought a few of them.
Yeah, that looks about like my first haul of them too. Yeah.
Oh, did you get a
Because
bunch of trees or what?
yeah, that's what I was
I
desperately needing.
think I did. I think the only one I grabbed more than two of, I think, was the food one. The food one I grabbed a bunch of. Well, actually, wait a minute here.
Because you've been wanting food ones for a while. I know that.
Yeah, the food ones are always good. The turkeys are good. I did. Looks like 2 trees. Yeah, I did two of everything.
Gotcha.
I haven't really opened up the other ones yet to see what they are yet. I mean,
I love the lamppost ones. The lamppost one is really cool. I like it a lot.
we've actually hit the lampposts have been around. I mean, they've been. Are there? Oh, there are tiles for the street signs. There's no
Yep.
text.
Yeah, tiles
Yeah.
for street signs, but no text. But I'm okay with that because that leaves it open to me putting whatever text on it I want.
The street lights look like they could be pretty good, I guess.
And then it uses the telescopes. It uses the telescope piece to make
Uh-huh.
like low like garden lights.
Oh, on the lamppost one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bike looks, I guess, okay. I thought I bought 4 food, but it looks like I only bought 3.
I did not buy any of. I didn't buy any of the bike ones. It's like I've got enough bikes rolling around my town.
Yeah, I thought I bought more food, unless I misplaced it somewhere. It's possible. I bought 2 of the other thing. Well, the other thing too that I noticed too in the bike one, it has the umbrella, which
Yeah.
I could add to some of my penguin characters, or if I can find my Lester wherever he may be, he's somewhere. I'll find him eventually. He'll show up.
Cool.
Um, pretty much it. Kevin tonight.
Who else might be joining us?
I don't know.
Slackers. Not around.
Oh.
I don't get it. Where are they? Okay. Let's see here.
We'll see. We'll see.
What is... Oh. Okay. So, how was the trip? How was everything? I missed last week's because I was doing other things.
What? I mean, it was okay. I mean, it was an okay trip. Did come back with a bunch of the poly bags and stuff. Oh, I forgot to talk about last week. I actually did pick up. I did hit the
Bloody.
hit the one store. I hit Brickmania, and they happen to sell the ME model rails, plastic rails.
Oh,
So
cool.
I bought some half straights of just plastic. So that way, if we have crazy concoctions on our layout in terms of the way they are, we've got some half straights we could use. So I bought 2 of them. So I don't know how many are in each one, but and then the plates underneath are dark brown. So, but I mean, if nothing else, too, it's just standard 2x8. I mean, we could always use whatever we got to. So.
Oh yeah.
So you can
Half cup of black cheese wedges all over the floor.
Hey, I've done that before while I've been here. But yeah, got some of the, got some different poly bags while I was at Brick World. There were some, the Legoland store had a bunch. Actually, what's wild is the dinosaur ones. Lance just said he saw it in Walmart, so it's now here in the stores. You just got to hunt for it. Found a police set. It was cheap, like $250. Tent scene was $250. And then there was some of that. I think this is an old GWP, the Scarab. Right. Those were $250 also, so I got a bunch of those. So at some point tonight, if the stream doesn't go super late tonight, I need to do my thing for the Assembling Hope. I think my periodic report is due tomorrow, so I need to get that done.
What? Dude.
Well, I'm supposed to, and probably pay the next 50 so it stays in existence. So I need to do that. Same thing we got to pay for Denlug, but I got to pay it for Assembling Hope. I want to make sure I don't miss that. So I'll have to look. I'm pretty sure it was tomorrow. I think it was the end of the month.
That is tomorrow.
Pretty sure it was tomorrow. I don't remember though. I'll have to look and see, but I mean, I think that was. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
We've got a viewer somewhere. There's a viewer.
Hi, viewer. I don't have the chat open, so I can't see person.
I don't know who it is. It's someone. Someone is out there watching.
I hope his feet.
Said anything in the chat, but it just says, well, it says one viewer on the Google Hangouts. So.
Ah, that's cool. It's been a pretty quiet week. I haven't been invited to much of anything this week, so.
I'm not sure what's going on. I haven't either, but.
I know Julian's in process of moving and resetting everything there. So
2 viewers. Oh, Brick Somniac is.
Hey, Brick.
Yeah, picked up another fire dragon at some point. So.
Okay.
I need more fire objects to wreak havoc on the castle at some point. I don't know. Really isn't going to do. I don't really have a lot planned for this year. I need to concentrate on getting a job I enjoy, I guess would be the proper term. A job that I enjoy and a job that's going to pay the bills a little bit better than the current one. So
yeah.
And that doesn't use Verizon worthless phone technology. That's what I use currently, and I mean I tried uploading pictures today for hours, and I was just like, this is bad. So, ooh, a dragon, another dragon. I'm hoping I'm not taking all the dragons from everybody.
Yeah, it would be unfair.
Nah. Well, that's why there's. Oh, I gotta make sure I get to bed at a decent time. I gotta pull my stuff tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna take tomorrow. I don't know if there was anything I really.
Oh, for the bricks and minifigs thing.
I think they've got. It sounds like they've got a fair amount of. His map is pretty full. It looks like so. I don't know.
His map is pretty full. I'm like, I have nothing. You ask me about castle stuff. I go, yeah, okay, because I have nothing.
I have an old Black Falcon somewhere, Fortress Castle, and I think it was I thought it was in a box. It might be in a bin now. I don't know. But that was the one I was originally going to build for the contest Beyond the Brick was having, and then somebody actually already beat me to it. But I was going to do it in plates, kind of like the Hope Castle, which
cool.
I should have done but didn't do. But so other than that, not much else. Yeah. See, if you can feel the horns on these things, that's how you find these dragons. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I'm up to. I think I got to be 15 or 20. Well, the problem was I start. Oh, there's Kittenville.
Kittenville, get him in here.
Oh, I need to get everybody. Everybody needs to. I need to make a document on my phone of all the emails I need to do. I should probably have already done that, and I haven't. So
That would be a good idea.
so Kittenville, if you guys want to join us, just send it to my email again, the scoop_shovel@yahoo.com. To create that. I need to create that probably right now.
Oh, goodness. Long week.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
Okay, for the most part. This has been long.
Okay, that's the email list, and then DVG.
Alrighty. Doobie-doobie-doo.
Okay, so I started that. I just gotta check my email. I can remember how to do that. How do I check mail? Anybody can tell me how I check mail again? I forgot. Actually, I went to start the stream and I realized I was out. My internet wasn't working. I was like, Ooh, people have been sending me money today. It looks like though. I'll have to go see who sent me money. I'll have to update the list.
Yeah. I'm paid.
Yeah, there's about 15 or so that are paid. So.
Out of how many?
I don't think we have. Well, I mean, we're paying almost $7,000, so I think probably 20 something. Because high 20s, I think. Because we had 13 pay, and that paid about three, just under 3,000. So yeah, it's gonna be a big one, and that's gonna be fun. I got to pay too. I just kind of been procrastinating. You know me.
I do know you. How close to the last minute can Reed push it?
I can't push it super long. But...
No, you cannot, because everyone's all anxious now. Everyone wants it. It's like
I didn't win the Munchkin game, but so Squirrel, he had a fun time while I was there.
Yeah. Cool.
But he ended up getting a friend from the Munchkin.
Is that I don't know what that is.
Cholula or something. I don't know, some kind of crazy name. But so they were playing a lot of googly eyes in the van the whole way back. I was kind of wondering about that. I was a little worried about that. Just what he needs.
Googly moogly.
Somebody to keep company, I guess, when he's not, a famous live streamer. So.
Love it.
No, I don't know who else is joining us. I'm not sure who's still viewing. One of the two. I've got my email open, so if somebody sends me email, and I will add it to the list. Because I just created a list now. Probably could actually. I don't know how to look the last time. I'm trying to remember who sent the last one. It would have been last Friday. Oh. Well, I think that was the invite. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. Ah! That's in the right spot.
Let's see here. That one. Yeah, this is the one.
Okay. Trying to see.
Oy.
Okay.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's the other one too. We should write him. Okay. That one's a hard one to forget, but
Hard one to forget.
yeah, I should not be able to forget that one, but somehow I did. I don't know who else is coming. I don't know if Kevin's coming. So I added that. So Hoosier and Nick, Brickhead family. I'm trying to think who else's email I've gotten. Well, I could have had a new job and I passed on it. I waited too long, I guess,
Yeah.
basically. You know, I kind of wanted to talk to my dad about it, and in the end, I probably should have taken it, and now I'm kind of waiting. But I don't know. There's a couple other things I could try and do too. I just don't know if I'm ready. Oh, and then of course I get an email from somebody at Parker Oktoberfest while I was on vacation, but it almost looks like we have to pay. So I was like, yeah, since that's kind of one of those things where we don't really want to pay for shows.
No.
You know, because I mean, then we would pay. I mean, then it would be you know, I don't know how you'd even decide that.
That would get wonky really quickly. They're like, hey, we've invited you for free for quite a few years, and now we want you to pay. And it's like, okay.
I mean, I don't, and that's, I mean, it's somebody new organizing it. I don't know if that's something they don't, maybe if that was something that wasn't passed along, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I kind of emailed again and said, hey, well, you know, usually we don't pay. I mean, it's usually something we'll go to. Because the other thing, too, I think if you pay and you have a booth and stuff like that, I think they want you to have a free activity, too. And I'm like,
Wait, you're going to pay and you're going to provide free entertainment.
unless I misread it. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
you know, I mean, there's a bunch of documents, so I mean, I probably need to forward it and see. I mean, it's just, you know, I actually talked about with the EC last night, but I guess I'll wait and talk about it next week. I guess it's still a ways out, so it's not like it's, you know, well, I guess
Super critical must be decided. No.
It's well, I guess it's what, September. I think September is when it is. I think I can't remember.
Yeah, September is when it is.
I think it's September. Yes, September 14th. So I guess it's coming up pretty quick.
Yep.
But I mean, it just the way it sounded, it just seemed like it was, you know, one of those things too. Just, you know, so. Yeah, that was the one show I was actually going to go buy a couple tents for, and actually for the canopy type stuff.
Right.
If it was something that they wanted us back at, I would actually probably put something over the top. I just don't think anybody. I mean, to me, it's a real risk to do it over the course of multiple days. You know, outside.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the one thing I'm worried about is, you know.
I thought it was only a one-day event.
No, it's like almost like a 3-day event, Friday through Sunday. But to me, it'd be tough to do and then leave stuff outside. I mean, it did sound like actually I talked to somebody. I talked to somebody at Brickworld and they had said they had something. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I get you.
I mean, we've got other shows too. It's not like we're. I mean, to me, it's just one of those. It's one less I have to organize at that point. It doesn't go through. Obviously, looks like Kittenville's on.
Kittenville, yo, buddy.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. How you doing, sir?
We're here, man.
How's the audio?
Audio
Good.
sounds good.
We can hear you. I guess that's the best part.
Sounds clear. Sounds clear on my end.
Had to turn the studio light on.
Gotcha. Okay.
So what you working on, Tanya?
I am working on front suspension and steering for my RC car again, because redesign, different pieces ordered. Hopefully it'll work better. Right.
Yep.
Well, I guess no Kevin tonight.
No, Kevin. That's slacker.
Well, sounds like there's a Conlug show that's an hour and a half away.
Oh wow.
So actually, he's got a hotel for the weekend. So hopefully, he'll tell us a little bit more about that in the chat.
That would be a good idea.
Guess it'd be a good idea to go ahead and bring that chat up.
That's what I was just about to do. I'm like, chat. Yeah, it might
There
be a
we
good
go.
idea. Get that
I had it ready. I just hadn't clicked on everything.
Yep, I get you. So how's everything on Kittenville's side of the world?
Just getting ready to go to Memphis. We got the call this week. Have to head out on Sunday and be up there on Monday.
Cool. That'll be good. Hopefully things go really well when you go there, huh?
Yeah. Where's the squirrel at?
He's playing googly eye with his friend.
Can't start a stream without the squirrel.
He was on here. He was on there earlier.
Okay. I was just late getting in.
No, he's been in there. He was short. He was on there for a little bit.
Yeah, just a long week and hot.
Yes, very hot. Wasn't really that hot per se. It's been in the 90s, but the humidity has been unbearable. I think the dew point was at 76 degrees, which made the 92-degree temperature seem like 108.
Yeah. That's not a comfortable thing.
No.
Then my air conditioner's on to Fritz.
Ooh.
So at some point I'll probably have to call the landlord and say, buddy, pal, friend of mine.
Of course, being in Oklahoma, having experience with the weather during the summer, get up at 3 o'clock and get everything done before 10 o'clock. Still come in the door with your shirt and your trousers over there just drenched in sweat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be back in just a moment.
Fine.
We'll be here.
I'm not going nowhere.
I don't see any tornadoes in the forecast, so I think I'm safe.
That's a good thing. Tornadoes. Blah. Wreck your day.
Tornadoes. I'll pass.
You'll pass.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see. That one's there. And there. Is that really a 5?
Oh, yes. So Gareth is watching, and then I don't know. Kevin might be the other one watching. It says we have 2 viewers. I know Kevin said he's packing his mocks and stuff like that. So hour and a half away show. Well, I mean, I think the farthest we would maybe be thinking about going next year, if anybody's up for it, is Omaha.
Omaha, Nebraska?
Yeah, Lolug invited us to the Nebraska Brick Days. So it's in March, end of March. It's the last weekend of March. So we have a train show first weekend, and that would be last weekend. I mean, it might be kind of cool. At least try it out and see.
That could be a doable thing.
That's not too bad. Just got to figure out a couple people who have a couple bigger vehicles like myself or whatever. And I mean, depending on, I guess, what happens with work. I mean, if I get a job that I can take off. Otherwise, I mean, I need to start picking shows. That'd be a long show to go to. But that's what I need to find is something that'll let me off for Brick World. And I still got to figure out how I'm going to finagle Brick World Wisconsin, because that's coming up here end of August. So that's coming up in a month or two. So I need to figure that out.
So you a mile high over there in Colorado?
Yes, we are.
Well, you're only 10 hours away from Tulsa, maybe. We got Brick Universe coming to Tulsa in September, I think.
Yeah, Brick Universe is in Wisconsin this weekend because Kevin thought it was Brick World Wisconsin. Got me scared. I had to relook at the Brick World site again to make sure I was thinking about the right weekend. But Brick Universe, I tried to go to a couple years ago in Wisconsin, but problem was just I didn't get a response quick enough, and therefore I couldn't do it. I mean, it's one of those things where I still need to be able to ask off time and stuff like that. So I might have to think about even maybe shortening the Brick World trip. I mean, if I could do both of them, the Wisconsin and the Chicago, I could maybe shorten the Wisconsin one or shorten the Chicago one and just come back for a week for the Wisconsin one and see.
That'd be sense.
Why does my Lego space look so destroyed? Well, these are from the trip. When I came in, they went here. The hallway's a little bit more I can navigate the hallway a little bit better. All the poly bags I got are over there on the floor. They're sitting over there. Would you like to see? They're probably they're down. Let's see. Let me see. See those bags right over there. See those bags right down. Right down in there. Yeah, those right over there. Those bags down there. And my Mills plates I didn't use, which might have to get destroyed.
Wait a minute, you didn't use your Mills plates?
No, I used the big ones, but I didn't like them, so I'm gonna have to destroy them.
What's that you like about them?
Just too big. I mean, they were nice going over the edge of the table on the ground, but just too big to deal with. They don't fit in any of the boxes and stuff I carry around, so still waiting to get some wood boxes for my stuff. If I could compact my space a little bit, it would be really nice. I just need to talk to Dwayne again, see if he's going to do any woodworking this summer, and see if he'll build me some boxes. Otherwise, I got to figure out how to build them myself, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't have the tools.
Nico a link.
Oh yeah, no, I sent him one too. He's not going to join us tonight, so not unless I guess he finishes packing and stuff, but he's got to leave for a show tomorrow. So I mean, he's 2 hours ahead. So
yeah,
if he's waking up the kids and getting on the road tomorrow, unless they're planning on jumping. Oh, well, Ralph jumped in.
Ralph!
Morning, everybody.
Hello, how are you, sir? Long time.
Did you say morning or did you say evening?
I said morning.
You're in Colorado, so it shouldn't be morning quite yet.
Yeah, sure.
Well, Kevin, I was actually thinking of going back to doing capes next year, doing a workshop of capes, but we could do a presentation for that too. You gonna help me design that? I could do a little bit of that. Micro scale towers. Okay. How about a micro scale wall? Here we go. We're done. Here we go. There's my wall. Bro. Tower. I'm gonna have to play with that. I'll have to play with that. I liked your castle. I got that. Those pieces coming at some point as soon as we pay our invoice for Lugbolt.
Ba-doop, ba-doop.
I guess I probably could post that over here too. Let her know, our local audience, that hey, guess what, guys? Guess what's live? Oh, and actually, you know what's funny too is I do have a band for Friday Night Bricks also. So I created one just in case anybody wanted to throw topics at me during the week. You know.
Friday Night Bricks. Let's get ready to rumble. Oh, wait.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah. No, not in the mood to rumble tonight. Probably just in the mood to kind of sit here and go like this.
Excelsior.
It's 93 in my apartment, dude. So
93, really?
93 in my apartment.
Kevin, that's the wrong kind of band, buddy. It is the band app. And so I actually have two of them. I created one for Friday Night Bricks and Assembling Hope. So, as I move forward on Assembling Hope. So,
You'll make me break my smart device out.
no. Actually, Friday Night Bricks, I think, is searchable. I think. Assembling Hope might be private. Uh-oh. Ralph
Well-
Garrett has something in the chat for you.
Uh-oh.
You watch the chat or not?
I just left the chat, actually.
Oh, he just said he hears it's a little smoky your way.
Ugh.
Yeah, we have a fire about 12 miles from here. A little over 12
Really?
miles from here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went from 2 acres to 106 acres in about 4 hours. So
Yep.
there is not a fire department anywhere near around us at this moment. So we better hope for no more fires.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty ugly in Colorado already.
So is there someone fighting that one then, or?
They're fighting it right now, but all of the county resources are on that fire. Plus, there's one over in Hartselle, which is the next county over, so they have all their resources used up.
Yep.
And then Pueblo's got a fire now, and they've used up all their resources. So our volunteer fire department is actually about 15 minutes from here now, holding down the entire county because everybody else is on this fire. So.
Huh.
We lost all of our air support because of the fire down in La Vita Pass on Highway 160. Because that one blew up so fast, they had to pull out all the firefighters off that one. Because the fire was running faster than the firefighters could move.
So if that one's
So we
12
haven't-
miles, that one's 12 miles from you. I mean, how is it all wooded, or is there?
It's a mixture of trees and grass. So last check, it was running north. So I'm kind of hoping it stays that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of housing in that area, or is it all just forest land type kind of stuff in there
No, there's 2 subdivisions that were evacuated over there.
that are close to where the current fire is then?
Yeah, so, and they've evacuated all the animals in that area. So pretty large evacuation.
I'm just curious, how do you evacuate wildlife animals?
You don't take out the wildlife animals. There's ranches over
Oh,
there,
okay.
cattle, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if there was a special horn that all the bears and all the deer do
Yes,
kind of run.
there is. It's called Run It as fast as your ass can take it.
Well, hopefully they're smarter than the rest of us anyways, and they're long gone anyways. So, hopefully. They have less to carry with them, hopefully,
The problem that we have is that the road that fire is running on is one of only 2 paved roads in this part of the county. So
Is that one
if
of the
that
roads,
road closes, we got a kind of a problem.
is that the only road that you use, or is that one of the roads you use to come in from?
Yeah, that's not my primary, but it's a primary road for a lot of people.
That's
So it's running kind of close to that road, so it could close the road at some point.
It was actually closed earlier today already. It's currently open for evacuees and, of course, the emergency services.
Okay. How far away? I mean, how far away is the other main paved road? I mean, is the other one a distance, or could that one get overtaken too, to where both of them are knocked out?
They're probably, depending on where you stand, anywhere from 15 to 18 miles separation.
Oh, okay. So unless it were to turn west, like a drastic west turn, I mean, it might only be one road.
It would have to be a drastic east turn right now.
Oh.
Which is possible because the fire was running northeast originally, and then it shifted and went north. So there's still plenty of possibility for some ugliness.
That's not good.
No, it's not good.
One
Hey,
thing,
Yes.
one thing I know about
I have
fire,
a question for you.
you don't worry
Go
about
ahead, sorry.
you don't worry about the fire. You worry about the ember floating around for 10 miles.
Yeah.
And that is actually the problem right now because it is I hear we had a fire yesterday. There's a fire down in the southern part of the state. It was about 6,000 acres yesterday morning. It is 22,000 acres this afternoon.
Yep.
That is how fast they're moving. So, hey, Reed, have you been to either of the stores in Denver recently?
I was at the Park Meadows recently to get some of the extra kits.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask about. I need to bring up the support for the train show.
Okay.
I was wondering what kind of stock is in those stores because I'd like to get a few of those bags. I'm not going to stop by if they don't really have anything.
Park Meadows said they hadn't run out yet. I mean, they hadn't even run out of their stock. Now, granted,
Okay.
I don't know what will happen with everybody watching tonight now, but I had, but just let me know because I got 3 food and then I got 2 of everything else. I mean, I've got 1 of everything I could get you regardless if you needed it. So just, the food is the best one that I thought so far. I like the carrots. I mean, the apples we got, I think, in our last support, so I had a bunch of those. But it comes with a turkey. I mean, the turkey's kind of nice, and then so you've got some good nutritious food on the one side, then you got some of this junk food on the other side. Pizza, ice cream, cookies.
That's the stuff I want.
Oh, you want the cookies?
Yeah, of course.
I need to eat less real ones, and I'd be okay.
Well, I'd like to have more real ones, but I'm not allowed. So
yeah. But I mean, it comes with two of the money bills, the turkey. It says 2 cookies, but it comes with 3 cookies. Comes with an extra stem for the carrot. So it's got a couple extras, but it's a good kit. So
what is actually run? What's the price on them?
They are
$3.99.
$3.99. They're a good price.
Okay.
Yeah, I was. It's a good price point and something that was drastically needed for a long time. Seriously.
And Kevin's probably watching. Technically, I think this was an idea Kevin had told one of the other retail chains or somebody that they should actually come out with. So probably
they used to.
Kind of a Kevin
Decades ago,
Hinkle.
they had that. Well, decades ago, they had stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
they
that's
did
what I'm
have
saying.
stuff like that a
And I
long
think-
time ago.
Kevin had discussed last week that he actually had told somebody, I think one of the other chains, Toys R Us or somebody, had said, hey, what would really sell in our stores? He's like, well, we used to have accessory bags years ago, and those would really sell. So, I mean, even though Lego will probably never say it, and who cares about them anyways, but, we care about their product. I don't care about what they say. We used to have accessory bags years ago.
That's my fault for the feedback. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was like, wow, cool. No, but yeah, so Kevin suggested that. It was kind of funny, and I was like, cool. So, they love our ideas, and sometimes they use them, and, but yeah, I'm kind of, I'm burned out from talking anything great about the company, the product. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, I've lost a lot of my motivation. If I could make money off of the castle, I'd be rich beyond belief because I can stay focused for that. When it comes for other stuff, my motivation's shot. So as you can see, I'm not really building. I'm not really sorting. I'm not really doing much productive tonight. I'm surprised Tanya's working as hard as she is in her, her her sauna over there at her apartment?
Well, it's just something to keep my hands busy.
Yeah, mine's actually been cooling off a little bit. I actually, because I had that leak in my bathroom, I got a big piece of pipe, ran the pipe from the faucet right to the drain, and put a cloth on top and put a towel on the bottom, and all that hot water and all that steam it produces goes right down the drain. So mine's actually relatively cool.
Better?
Better. I mean, it's still not great, but
So you've created air conditioning in your house, is what you're saying.
yeah, when I open the windows, which I haven't done yet tonight, might do at some point, and just kind of cool it off a little bit. If it gets cool, I don't know. I don't know what the temperature's supposed to be tonight, but
It's supposed to drop into the 80s for the weekend.
so it didn't. So it's 83 right now is what it says. So I mean, once it gets a little later and it hits like the 60s, because until it hits 70, that's my temperature in my apartment. So it needs to get below 70 to help me out. So.
Yeah.
But Ralph, I picked up some poly bags, and actually, I don't know, did you see earlier? I did pick up some half straights of just the plastic from the ME model rails. So
I didn't see that earlier.
I
I
do.
was busy getting a old water heater out of my basement.
Ugh.
But yeah, so the half rails would be good for our RC track layout. So
I picked up one of their crossovers, which I'm using on my layout here at the house.
Cool.
And I picked up a couple of their end of rail devices, end of track devices, and I'm going to put them in a few places and see how they look.
Very cool.
oh, how do I get? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to. You guys can talk a bit. I need to pull up the band on my computer because somebody's asking for a link.
I am trying, but I can't find G either.
Well, I was gonna just kind of. I'm just gonna log into the. Actually, using our. Oh, you couldn't find the thing on the band.
No, I used hashtag Hope Castle. Nothing came up.
Oh, for what? For the for YouTube?
No, for band.
Oh, well, the band should be just Friday Night Bricks.
Friday Night Bricks. Okay, that's where I went wrong.
Yeah. So let's see here. Let me see here. I'm gonna probably generate some feedback here too. So let's see here.
I need to find something to build. You guys are all building stuff, and I ain't got nothing in front of me right now.
I'm not building anything right now. Okay, so give me 1 second here. Mute that. Mute pretty quick. That was good. You probably didn't even know I was there and messing it up.
Tanya, what you building?
I am working on the front suspension of my radio control car. And front suspension and steering. And I'm taking apart the first test that I had going the other night. And I am putting it together with more of the parts specific for steering. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be all fancy, and they already make a part for it, so I might as well just suck it up, Buttercup, and get the actual steering pieces from Bricklink. So that's what I did.
That's no fun.
That's no fun?
No. You got to explore on your own and then realize they had it right the first time.
Well, that's basically exactly what I did. I explored the heck out of it on my own, going, hey, I want to try this. And I got really close, and it didn't do badly. It just didn't do well either. So, I mean, it worked mostly.
Those master builders don't know anything about Lego.
Oh, so we're looking for stuff to build, huh? Guess I could build my Legoland castle,
There you go.
Ooh, nice. Where'd you get that?
I got that one, and I got this one at the Legoland Discovery Center store at Brickworld. And I grabbed about, I think, 4 of each.
So did you have to go to the Discovery Center, or did they have like a
Well,
place there in Brickworld?
that's why Lego doesn't need a store there, because the Discovery Center has a store there. So I mean, that's
Yeah.
where. So I mean, they had stuff there. I mean, that created a lot of interesting stuff. So I mean, obviously, last week I showed some of it, but I had this guy,
Yeah, I've got some of those.
and so these were $250,
Yeah.
and that was $250, and then they had these guys. They had them. They're in Walmart now, but they had these guys. So Lance messaged me. Said, hey, Reed, they're in Walmart, and I go, that's great. I already have 30 of them, so it's good to know they're there. Because I mean, I made it easy for them. I just give me a case. And then they had
I'd love to get that train, and I wanted that dragon to put inside like a little kids park, but
yep. And then these guys were. They had these guys too, and so I got a case of those, and those were $250 each too. So, but yeah, I mean, well, I do have. I mean, I think I should. I mean, I'll have to hunt them down, but I think I do have. I think 4 of each. Yeah, and then I think they were only like 10 each, so they weren't bad. So,
no, that's cheap.
$10 for 200 pieces, and $10 for 10 for 200 pieces. 210, 220. So.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, because I mean, I saw the trains, and so I bought a bunch of the trains. And the next day I go back, and they're like, or at the end of the day they had castles. I'm like, oh, I want the castles, and so I bought 2 castles, and then went back the next day and returned 2 trains for 2 more castles. So I should have 4 of each, I believe. I hope.
Okay.
I mean, I might have. I'm wondering if I gave. I can't remember if I gave Marianne one of something, so I'll have to find out and see. But not like it's life or death. I mean, I can always. Sure, I can find out if someone else can get me more in Chicago. It's not, maybe send my dad there. Hopefully this time he'll get me the right stuff. Because I think I could have sworn I sent him to a Lego store back maybe 2000. I don't remember what the first year of those Polybag seasonals were, but I thought I sent him to get a certain set. Now maybe he got the right set, and I forgot to get the right set. But the fall sets, I think I had 6 or 7 of full sets except for the fall, and I was like, I could have sworn I got fall sets, and then I didn't. So, there's and Hoosier. I sent you a link too. I can resend another one.
Let's see. I packed up all my Lego store inventory already, but I do have 3 cases of loose bricks over here. I built a little cross earlier to take a picture on Instagram.
I'll be back in just a few moments.
Okay.
Let's see here. Do a free build. What do you want me to build?
Build. Is that what we're supposed to be doing? I thought I was playing, but okay.
Well, play, build, or whatever. What's the thing that we want to go for? I'm up for a challenge.
I don't know. Hoosier's asking Kevin if there was any good at TRU. All I know is I went to the Toys R Us in Omaha, and I was like, there was nothing there. I mean, the only thing in the buildable aisle was the tape, the rolls of the tape for the walls, and I'm like, oh man, it could be super cheap, but do I really use it? Nah, I'll pass, So. Oh yeah. So Kevin took a trip to Cripple Creek once.
We got a property up there.
Now I need something to dump pieces into. I need a bin. That ain't gonna work. I just thought I saw a bin the other day. It tells you how much I'm paying attention to my own place. And yes, it's a mess. Oh, there's one. No one would guess that. Yeah. Well, I need to get it organized at some point, somehow, some way. Yeah, I think they sold all the good stuff, even at the Omaha store, all the good shelves that I would have wanted to buy.
I'm surprised there's even a Toys R Us open anywhere.
They're all supposed to be closed by today, is what someone told me. So.
The one in Colorado Springs was closed weeks ago.
Yeah, I think today was the deadline, and so, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I wonder if someone else is going to create a toy store and try to do something. Just get good toys, I guess. I don't know what Toys R Us's problem was, but probably maybe cheap toys or something. I don't know.
No, bad management.
Yeah.
They owned their properties and they owned their buildings, and they had, unfortunately, took loans against them. So they basically went broke.
Took loans against the property.
Yeah, they apparently many years ago nearly went bankrupt, and instead of declaring bankruptcy at the time, took loans against the properties so they could continue paying their employees and keep buying product. Because they, as we all know, they were always had a 20% markup over everybody else anyways. So they hurt themselves by having high prices, and as a result, they had to take loans against their stores and their properties, and basically they ended up in a default situation where they had no money.
Yeah, because if once you take a loan against your property, you can't really sell it at that point. Because
Correct. So that's why when you look at the Toys R Us stores for like the last 10, 15, 20 years, they hadn't put any money into the stores. They had no money to actually clean up their stores.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's just terrible management as a whole.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we'll see if any of the smaller toy stores start to do a little bit better. I guess the little mom and pops ones that still exist here and there.
Yeah.
What? Send away my Gareth my Scarif troopers? I spoke.
He'll never do that.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on if you have any clear plates to trade for them, or translucent black, maybe. But I mean, I always can use stuff, maybe to trade for them. And since they're only $250, you only got to come with like $5 of trade for that,
That's still a lot of clear plate.
It probably is, depending on, yeah. As long as you're not, inflating the price and gouging me. I've got 6 people watching, so I know of a couple. I know who a couple of them are.
Yeah.
Well, and if people, you can feel free to ask us questions and all that good stuff. $1 a plate. Ooh, no. Sorry. That sounds like almost like lug bulk pricing there, Kevin.
Let's see here. I guess I could do that.
So why is Kevin not joining us tonight?
He's packing for a Conlug show that's an hour and a half away. So I'm sure he'll be hitting the hay here shortly to make sure he gets sleep so he can wake his kids up tomorrow and go. Because I think he said his kids are going with him. So he's got a hotel room. So it's kind of like when you come up to the shows up in Denver, or used to, where you had to get a hotel. So he's going far enough away where he needs to do that. So.
Now, hopefully, starting this month, I will be once again active in that area.
Yeah.
I've got my work schedule for my new job finally worked out, so I've got some weekend time finally.
There you go.
And if the information I received today is correct and my RV does not die on the way back home, my RV will be here next week. Wow.
God, I love it when Kevin stumps us like that.
417 acres.
The
2 hours ago, it might have been. It was 3 hours ago. It was 167 acres. So that wind shift was serious.
They're telling them to start making arrangements to get them.
oh man, I don't know. Oh yeah, I'll go 100 out.
I guess I'll need to find out what direction that car is going. Well,
Yeah.
my wife Tanya just stopped by to tell me that, so 3 hours ago, the fire that's just north of Cripple Creek, which is about 12 or 15 miles in that range from us, depending where you're standing,
Yeah.
went from 106 acres in the last 3 hours to 417 acres in size. That is multiplied by almost 400 times. 4 times.
I was watching one of my guys, and they was monitoring the weather around there, and it's looking at the cloud cover from all the smoke plumes, and they had noticed that they started seeding the clouds over there to try to induce some rain.
Yeah, the problem is it's so dry. Even the smoke is starting to create localized cloud formations that have some moisture, but that moisture, because it's so warm, is turning into virga. So basically it falls for a short distance, and you can see it fall, and then it evaporates. So it's not ever hitting the ground.
That's a kind of a cool piece. That's a cool flower piece.
That's one of the new ones, isn't it?
I'm thinking it might be. I mean, it looks a little different than what I've seen before.
I think that's actually in that poly bag.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably. I didn't open that one yet. Yeah, Kevin said his laptop's already packed up, and his wake-up call is 5:30 a.m.
Excuses.
Yeah.
I know out where I used to live over in Manford,
Yeah.
we used to keep the car packed at all times whenever fire season came. So if it was time to head out, we was ready.
Yeah, with so many fires that were here, like I was saying earlier, the fire the big one that's down south right now is about to take out a small town. At 2:30, they pulled all the firefighters off the line because they couldn't fight the fire anymore. It was moving too hot, too fast. I mean, literally, the trees were catching. It was so hot that the heat was catching the next group of trees on fire. It wasn't embers or anything like that. That's how hot it was. And so they pulled all the firefighters out. And the air resources that we had for this fire that is now blowing up just a few short distance from my house, they pulled all the air resources off of it to go down to the fire in the south end of the state to try to protect those firefighters while they got them off the line.
Yeah.
So now we don't have any air resources, and you can kind of see the effect because that fire 3 hours ago was 106 acres. And they just put out a Nixle alert to everyone in the county that the fire is now 417 acres in size.
Damn.
So, yeah, and they're still trying to just get people out of the area. That's how bad it is. When I was listening to the radio earlier, the sheriffs were trying to get people out, and our brand new fire chief in Cripple Creek is now in charge of this fire. He's the only one that's got experience on this kind of a fire. And he told the officers doing the evacuations, people first, animals second, properties last, and they couldn't even get to the standard of getting to the animals. They were barely keeping ahead of the fire to get the people out of the way.
It's one of the reasons why we stayed packed. I mean, that way we wouldn't have to make the decision. We just throw everything up and be out in 3 minutes.
Yep. Well, a couple of weeks ago, my wife and I had to pack up our stuff because there was a fire 12 miles or so south of town. So we might be in that same boat before much longer.
Well, that's what Hoosier was asking. How much danger are you in from the fire? I mean, in terms of where you're at now.
Well, right now we're pretty safe, but the problem is that there are only 2 paved roads into this part of the county, and the fire is up against one of those 2 paved roads, and that road's now closed.
Yeah.
So If it moves further east, we could really run into some serious problems because the gravel roads out of the area are not what you would say evacuation ready. One of them is called Shelf Road, an old stagecoach route. You can drive along that road and look down and see down 1,000 feet because you're on a shelf. Nice road, though, if you ever come out this way. It's a great one to catch the scenery on.
I might walk that road. I don't know if I'd want to drive that road.
Oh, no, it's great for driving. Just don't open your door and watch that first step.
Sounds like one of the problems that we had up there in Wyoming. You had to watch whenever you opened up the door, you had to hold on to the door.
Yeah.
The wind was so bad.
Yeah, we don't have a wind problem. We just have that first step as a doozy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess you're right. More for evacuation than, especially if it comes towards town. I guess that would be the key. You want to make sure you have good roads to get out. You're right.
Yeah, and it's tourist season, so that's what we live off of. We got people in town in the campgrounds and everything else, and you got to get those people out of there. So hopefully it don't come to something like that.
Yeah, obviously this is a wild thought here, but what about like the mines and stuff? But I guess you wouldn't want to get down in one of those, I guess, either. I suppose that would be bad too.
No, the smoke would follow you down in there. That would be bad. Yeah, rock doesn't burn, but you still need oxygen.
That's true. Well, that's crazy. Well, let's hope it doesn't get bad then. I hope it figure out. I don't know. So that's crazy.
No, it's just nuts wherever you go. If you look at the fire reports going on right now, it looks like most of the state of Colorado's on fire.
That's about right.
Yeah, it sure looks that way.
It's like you can see the smoke in the air, even in Denver. You're just like looking out, and there's the reddish brown tinge to the whole sky.
Yeah.
Good, because I thought that was smog or something for a while there. That's good. Rather have forest fire smoke than smog. So yeah.
Smoke, smog.
All the same, right?
Just remember, more people go to the hospital after a fire for smoke inhalation than any other injury.
Yeah, because it really damages the lungs.
Especially some of the wood smoke, it can really, depending on what's in it.
Yeah.
Some of it can really rip you apart pretty bad.
It's good to know. I'm working up on poles and stuff. Get to smell all that smoke as it floats into Denver, right? So is your RV still at the repair shop then?
My RV is on its way back from Indiana finally.
Finally.
It was a week and a half ago. I got a call from the driver and said, we're not delivering your RV because the air conditioner blew up. So didn't even leave Indiana and ended up having to go to Ford to have the air conditioner fixed. And that took a couple of days. And we got word this morning that it was picked up off the lot at the factory. And it should be here by Tuesday.
Cool.
So just in time for me to pack it and probably evacuate out of my home. God, I hope not.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because Richard said his RV was at the same place yours was for a short time too.
Yeah, it was actually in the same factory, except mine was already over at Ford for another problem. So it's been in the factory twice, been at Ford twice, all on the same trip.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he actually sent me a message. We talked a little bit, and he said, I was out in the parking lot looking for your RV, but I didn't see anything with Colorado plates. And I said, no, it's got New Mexico plates on it. So he goes, well, I didn't see that one. So yeah. He might be. Richard might actually be in Colorado right now. I think he was coming to Colorado this weekend.
Yeah, he's coming. I think we're gonna meet up. I think at the end of his trip. So,
Okay.
couple weeks. So, when I hear more, I'll let you know. So I know he's.
Yeah, he was going to send me a message because I wanted to meet up with him while he was here.
Yeah. So I think he was coming into town and he was gonna pick up his, the people he was coming to pick up, his relatives or whatever, and then they were gonna head out. And then when they came back, they were gonna, spend more time. I think it was gonna be an in and out type thing.
Okay.
Probably within the last few days or whatever. So. Or
It'll be
soon.
awesome to see him.
Yeah, his RV's pretty cool. I saw it when I was at Chicago, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got the Big Brother version of what I have. I mean, his is huge.
Yeah, his is pretty big.
But he also lives in it full time, so big difference.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's a Lego builder, and he lives in his RV.
He doesn't build as much as he used to.
I was gonna say.
Need to trim it down. Well, he's got a wife too. I mean, I could live in an RV, by myself and maybe be able to support some of my little crazy habits, but I don't know.
You would need a big RV like he has. Lego's kind of heavy. You wouldn't haul it around in a small RV.
I would probably need a bigger one, probably.
Yeah, or a trailer behind it.
Might just be a bus.
We got a 35-footer we live in.
Nice.
Mine's a baby. It's only 25, 26 feet.
I have a backpacking tent.
I moved away from that. I got old. I'm not sleeping on the ground no more.
I can understand that.
I'd maybe sleep on the ground if I had I'll take my foam with me, my foam padding, and maybe sleep on that,
Yeah, last time I went and slept on the ground, that sucked. So the next time I went, I took an air mattress. And that was all right. These guys.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it with less than some kind of padding. Well, that's why I actually slept on the couch at Brick World.
Right.
In the room. So, and actually, basically, the guy I was staying with was he started putting the couch up. I'm like, no, you're good. I got my padding, and I'd come back with my padding. No, you're good. So I laid the couch down, slid the table over, rolled out the pad, rolled out the sleeping bags. I'm good right there. First night was
on the floor. The flat surface helps my back.
Yeah, first night it wasn't too great on there, but on the second and third nights it was pretty good. It wasn't bad.
Anymore, I just prefer sleeping on the floor. There ain't no lumps, no humps.
The pillow doesn't get into a weird way that it crinks your neck.
I don't even sleep with a pillow.
I believe
A lot
you.
of times.
Gotta have my pillow.
Well, I will stick one between my legs or whatever, so my pelvis is in the right position or whatever, so that I don't have to worry about a kink in my back.
There we go. Castle's coming together.
Yay!
Might be a nice one for a miniature castle, I guess.
I'm working on a cassette player, a boombox.
Might have to steal this idea for a micro Hope Castle, maybe. Hope they don't mind.
The layout of it?
Hope Castle.
Huh?
The layout
I'm
of
just
it?
trying to imagine what that would look like.
Might look kind of cool. Or maybe a micro version of a Hope Castle expansion, I guess, maybe, since it wouldn't really be Hope Castle, but that's a pretty good size, actually. Have to look and see. It's actually on a 8x16. 16 maybe? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 by 16 plate. That's pretty good size. And that might work. Perhaps. Whoa. So Kevin, you're gonna have to let us know when you go to bed, man. You know, so we can wish you a night, you know. That is if he already hasn't gone to bed already, you know. Might have already missed him. You know.
Oh, let's see here. Let's do this, 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 that, that,
Kind of glad we have a break for shows for a while.
that, that, pop up chat.
Uh-oh, she's playing with the chat.
There's nobody in the chat. Nobody's talking. Gareth was the last person to say anything. Everybody's asleep in the chat, to tell you the truth. They're all sitting in front of the computer like this.
It's like, why can't I see? There it is. That.
Because you're not looking the right direction.
And
The headset
then
on, of course, you know.
that. That over there.
Oh man.
No, over there.
No, over there.
Over where?
I don't know. She's going the wrong directions.
Who, me?
She's going the right direction. Oh,
Didn't think there was a wrong direction. But every direction was always the right direction.
you're talking to yourself out loud and was.
Oh, me? I do that a lot. You should hear me at work when I'm working on a project. It's like I'll have like one of the engineers next to me. They'll be like, "Tanya, are you talking to me?" No. I'm thinking out loud. Okay, okay, Tanya. Thank you.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you, punk. Oh. Sorting some of this so I know what to do with it.
Ooh, sorry.
That's all right.
Thing I gotta ask you later, Mr. Reed, and maybe Ralph. I don't know. You might know too, but I'll ask you later.
Nobody knows.
Not live.
Not live.
When we're not live, I have something to ask you, gentlemen.
Oh,
Well, I have been accused of being a zombie, so that might
Okay.
work.
Let me adjust my statement. When we're not broadcasting to the world in general, I have a thing to ask you, gentlemen.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, no. That's possible.
That's possible? Okay,
Possible.
maybe.
So you got a cassette player, little readout to go over and tell where the radio's at.
There you go. Well, Mr. Dudes, we're building. Some of us are building. Trying to build.
Brick
I remember-
dudes! Hey, brick dudes. I'm sorting because I've got to go through this support and get what I need to use it out and get it incorporated into my next project.
What's a project?
What's a project? My next project is going to be another robot.
Ooh. Is this one maybe going to be wielding a pistol, maybe, perhaps?
No. This is one's going to probably have a claw on it that it can pick stuff up and move it around.
No.
It's definitely going to be different than Stabby. We all love Stabby, but he has to
So,
leave his knife
are
at
you-
home. What?
So is it going to have a chainsaw this time then?
That I could do. No. Chainsaw wielding bot. Why not? Right? It'd be
Sounds-
entertaining.
Sounds perfect to me.
I did work on some gear reductions. Get in there. So I've got a couple planetary gear systems hooked together. Can't really see it from a distance. I'm gonna have to move the camera closer. But
There you
got
go.
it set up to at the moment it's 1 to 16. So one turn of this crank will move the carrier on the other end, or 16 turns of the crank will move the carrier on the opposite end once. So heavy gear reduction, trying to working on stepping down a motor that I plan to use for my next build. So
Cool.
working on all of that. Got the show coming up for you guys are going to be at the train show. I'm going to be at the Barnes and Noble in South Colorado with Jeremy. Because that sounded.
I guess I had not heard about that. What are you guys doing over there?
We're supporting a fundraiser
Oh, awesome.
for Denver literacy after-school programs that support literacy in Denver, and they asked for they contacted Reed and said, hey, Mr. Denlug person, do you have people who can build robots and kinematic sculptures and stuff like that who we can have come down and present some stuff? And Reed put it out there, and Jeremy and I both were like, oh, heck yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't see Jeremy missing something like that.
Exactly. I mean, it's right up his alley. It's right up my alley. I love the train
Yeah.
stuff too, but outdoor show in the middle of July heat would not do good by me.
Yeah.
It would trash me pretty hard.
It's just heat.
Yeah, and when I get that much heat on me, my body decides that it needs to try and kill itself. Like,
Oh, that's-
literally.
That's not good.
Nah. So it's like sitting here in the 93. Well, I've got the front door open, so it's down to 90. But even this, it's just like I feel.
You can describe that again. That was perfect. I like that.
Just a little bit of a melting kitten.
I was gonna say, make sure you got your barf bag. So.
Oh goodness.
I don't know what it sounded like was needed. So. Ooh, my castle is almost done. I don't know if I could replicate the dragon though.
Don't know if you can replicate the dragon.
That or I'd have to figure out how to make him in blue because he'd have to be more like an ice dragon.
These pieces here.
Yeah. Okay, so teeth. Uh-oh.
What
Did we
happened to
lose
Tanya?
Did we lose Tanya?
I think her computer burnt up. She's
But you
gone.
Melted in the heat.
What's that?
Oh, we
Oh,
lost
she's
it.
back.
Thought we lost you there for a minute.
Oh, did I go like Roboto on you or something?
Yep.
It just went silent.
Silent.
Silence.
Here we go. We are done.
I'm not that silent of a
Don't let that
person.
don't let that dragon in the castle get you.
Dragon in the castle, they're coming for you.
Brickley, Brickley or whatever, whatever his name is, he's coming.
Brickley, is that his name?
I think that's what he's supposed to be his name, right? I got extra pieces. More to sort. More extra pieces to sort.
You gotta be kidding me.
I guess we could build the train. I think somebody's missing his airtime.
Airtime.
Squirrel, squirrel.
I need to be on TV. Here's a nut. Here's a nut. I'm paying for my time on the internet. I don't think he realizes a nut really isn't going to do him very good. Not going to get much airtime. Because I'm not interested in the nut. If now if he'd Lego, yeah, then I could probably offer him more time.
I don't know. What kind of nut is it?
The Lego nut.
It's not edible, so I know that.
Hmm.
I don't know. If you talk to my dog, all Lego is edible.
Uh-oh, he got my train. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Now I gotta chase a squirrel around my apartment because he's got my train. You know, he's all happy. He's happy. Crazy. It's mine.
Love it.
Mine. It's mine, not yours. Mine. Yeah, that's right. Go hide your head somewhere. There you go.
Oh goodness.
Go googly eye your friend from Brick World. There you go.
So what you're telling me is the squirrel got more attention at Brick World than you did?
No. Actually,
I think the answer is yes.
he's in some pretty good pictures that are floating out there. He did build with some Duplo.
Did he? Cool.
Yes, he did. And actually, I don't know if I have a picture of that or not. Let's see here. He did build with some Duplo. I was kind of shocked myself. I think where that. I wonder if that was on my camera, or if that was floating around somewhere else that I saw that.
Squirrels will surprise you.
Did play some golf.
Neat.
And played some golf. Found lots of golf balls. And
Lots of golf balls.
I found like 30. Actually, where is that picture? Maybe I see it. Maybe it's on Facebook floating around somewhere. And well, he did go to the Field of Dreams. So you
Yeah,
know.
I saw that picture.
Yeah, so he did go there.
Picture.
Oh, I don't know. Let me see. I want to figure out where that picture is. There was a picture of him playing with the Duplo. Ooh, now Garrett, that sounds like fun. Inventorying a black pearl I got in a bulk lot.
Nice.
Oh, let's see here.
You know what I need, Reed?
What?
A ton of 16-tooth gears.
Ooh.
Only a ton?
100 or so would be great.
Ooh. Until you said the number, I probably had a few, but
Oh, if I
100.
start with like 10, that would get me started on my project. But
I would have to look. Can't remember when I lost bought some.
and then the other thing I really need is I need a couple servo motors, just two,
Is that all? Just two?
just two. You know. Yeah. But it's just been. Is that an intermediate?
No.
Oh, I now have a different length axle with stopper. That makes me smile.
Cool. Something made Tanya smile.
I like having reasons to smile. Should always find a reason to smile if you can.
This
If
is
nothing
what
else. What's that?
Annette's daughter won individual creation award at Brick World. It was this thing here.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I was watching her put together flowers on it. She was doing that for her Twitch stream. And it just looked it's just incredible, man. It's gorgeous. The trellis, everything. Yeah. Yeah, I It's the other problem with the heat. It makes me feel stupid.
Let's see here.
So what time are you going to be at Bricks and Minifix tomorrow, Reed?
Hopefully early. Oh, I missed the.
What did you miss?
I missed Kevin's first T-shirt, the one with the yellow castle.
Yep. Yeah, so did I. It's okay. I'm not a big T-shirt person, so
Yeah.
she'd make me a polo.
I'd maybe take it in a polo, but you know.
Come
Oh,
on.
there we go.
Almost done.
There we go. We can screen share this because this is actually Ralph posted this to Facebook. So here's the picture. There's that
Yep.
picture of smoke. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's knuckin' futs. All I can say.
Colorado at its worst there.
That is Colorado at its worst. And unfortunately, that's becoming way too common.
Let's see
It's
here.
like, I remember when I was a kid, you could go camping and you could have a campfire and it was good and it was fun, and then it just started drying out like crazy, and now you even think about lighting a campfire and the woods around you combusts. You don't even have to strike a match.
Well, I got a friend. Looks like he's getting ready. He's prepping for Colorado Trail. He's going to backpack all the way from Denver to Durango.
Yeah.
Well, how is he going to get to Durango with half the state on fire,
That would be a good question. I don't know.
including much of Durango?
Well, there's my little boom box. Got a little
Lift
ant,
it up, a little higher, a little higher.
a little higher.
There we go.
Got the in and out
Very cool.
ports over there so you can pick it up. Little cassette player in the middle so you can date me.
Hey, I remember reel to reel, so if you're dating yourself, that dates me too.
Oh, wow.
What?
I might have to share. This looks good. We should share this one. This is good.
What are you
Oh,
sharing?
this was something they tried at Brick World.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
And he's still down. Whoever rammed into it is still down.
Oh.
It's starting to move.
That was Brian.
That did not look healthy.
No.
That looked like my back flop at Kids Fest. Or belly flop, more or less like the belly flop, you know.
Now, yeah, I was going to say, I saw that video. That's more like a belly flop.
That was crazy. That's nuts. That was a big tower, too. A lot of
Yeah.
Well, it makes it easier to clean up, I guess.
So how'd the castle go over at Brick World?
Good.
It was good?
It's on the ground, so of course, people still missed it, and they're televised of their War of the Lights. So that's always
Oh man.
How did they miss that?
because it, like people have pointed out, it's on the level for kids, not adults. So adults, when they walk around, they don't see it. But the party.
But you got that. You've got that giant big center tower.
No, the top. Well, no, it's the keep now. It's the Clover.
Oh, that's
so
right.
It's not as big, so. But it's one of those things where
Can't win them all. That's one of those things.
It's true.
Well, some people are blind and can't see out of one eye, Blind in one eye and can't see out of the other, or something like that.
So it was
Yeah.
pretty. Oh, when did we tie the all-time record? Yesterday at 105. Really? Wow.
Yep.
I was outside.
Oops.
We had a record yesterday for the highest low at 80 degrees.
Highest low.
Mm-hmm. Our low
That's
temperature
kinda
was
freaky.
82 or 80 degrees, or something like that.
I think this symbolizes Toys R Us, huh? Right there. Jeffrey. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, there we go. I wasn't sharing. There we go. Right there.
Yeah. Bye, Jeffrey.
Bye. Yeah. Bye, Jeffrey.
I don't know what I'm going to do now.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna get all my poly bags now. They always had them up to buy whatever Walmart and Target decided to put out. As long as Target quits putting ships out, they put those
When I
stupid.
grow up, I
crazy
want to be a Toys R Us kid.
Uh,
Well, now you can be a Toys R Us kid, and it's a whole lot cheaper.
Mm-hmm. At
Toys
least,
R Them. You can be a Toys R Them kid. There you go.
hopefully, after the dust settles here in 2 years, the prices will be pretty reasonable on some of the memorabilia.
I got my Toys R Us truck up on the shelf.
Yeah.
That's-
I just couldn't shop there. It was just too expensive for me.
Yeah, I didn't shop there either. I only went in there when they had decent work with.
Kind of like a couple lines of products that I used to carry as far as plushes and stuffed animals. A lot of the stuff I carried was catered towards grandmas. It wasn't catered to the parents because the parents couldn't afford the crap.
Yeah.
Can you make gears in your 3D printer, Tanya?
Did she melt?
She disappeared.
She disappeared into the couch.
Did Jason get her? She's gone.
Oh, looks like Eric was up in Breckenridge today or yesterday or whatever, a couple days ago, doing the slide. Can handle that. Oh, I don't know where my pictures are for this squirrel building with Duplo. I can't remember who had it. That's the problem. But he was building Duplo. They were building a giant wall for one of the things, and he was helping. Can't remember where I saw that picture. Hopefully, someone else will send it to me or post it to me.
We got a new line of CFMs coming.
Harry Potter. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
One more series I got to collect. We got Hello Kitty, but I don't know if that's not really a CMF, but I don't know.
I think I'll be avoiding the Hello Kitty. That seems to be a lot of useless brick that I have no purpose for.
Unless you just need an army of kitties to wreak havoc somewhere.
Angry Kitty.
No, Angry Kitty. No, just a lot of parts that I just don't see using.
Well, let's see here. I feel like building a train. Whee! Oh, there's stickers? Man. They don't have to necessarily put those on.
That's why you get the junior sets.
Huh?
That's why you get the junior sets, so you don't have to mess with the stickers.
Oh, I mean, I still like stickers. I just, you know, the only reason I guess I'd need the stickers on there is if you needed to know it was a Legoland train, I guess. Ooh, it's numbered. Get numbered bags for this one.
There's not that many parts in there.
I don't know, but there's bag number 1.
I found an interesting one when I was parting out the other day. I had 2 bag 1s and 2 bag 2s. Part of the chess set, because one was all red or black, and one was all white.
I've had a few where I've had like that. I think I had a superhero set that had all bag. Actually, is there 2 bag 1s here? No. Oh, bag 1 and 2. Sorry. But no, I had a superhero kit that was missing the Panther or whatever, the jet.
Mm-hmm.
I had that one, and it was missing a whole bag. So of course I tried ordering more parts through Lego, and so I ordered the list, and they're like, oh, that's too many pieces. And then I emailed them saying, hey, well then can I get this bag? Can I get bag number whatever? Still not heard back from him. Probably never will. It's just the way it is nowadays. But I kind of laughed because it was just like, really? I mean, how can there be too many parts? I mean, it was a whole bag missing. So but
I had a master builder go there respond to an email that I sent. Pretty nice whenever you get an email back from a higher entity.
wow.
Sage says hi.
I was going to say that must be something on the floor playing with something, because I don't think you have a Lego squeak toy that I'm aware of.
No, she found one of her squeaky toys. So
Good thing I'm not there, because I just reach over there and go, wait a minute here. I think this toy is a little loud. Let me put that right here.
That's not going to work.
Huh?
She might do that if you trade the squirrel for her squeaky toy.
Ooh. Maybe for a short time, maybe.
That's all she'll need to destroy that squirrel.
Here at Hope Castle, we turned the show over to Would You Rather? Have the dog tear up the squirrel or squeaky toy?
No, I don't think. I mean, they were half
I'm
naked
biased.
in there, so.
I'm biased, so I'm gonna say the squirrel.
Squirrel what?
Tear up the squirrel. That way I don't have to listen to the squeaky toy tonight.
Well, I'll be right over. It'll take me a few hours to get there.
Yeah, remember you want to take the road on the east side of town. The other side of the town's on fire right now.
Okay. I'll try and remember that when I get up there. I can't.
Bring a
Can't make
respirator.
I can't make it.
Yeah.
Have a nice chest full of wet washcloths and blankets and whatever.
Yeah, and you probably should bring the water with you because there's hardly any up here right now.
No water. Well, I don't know if I want to come up there now. I need water.
It's not about what you want. Bring the squirrel so I don't have to listen to the squeaky toy.
I don't hear it right now. Did he maybe stop briefly?
Yeah, she's on the other side of the room, so she's probably tearing it apart.
Oh, so in other words, your toys don't last very long, is what you're trying to say?
No, not very long at all.
Hmm. You have to build an indestructible dog chew toy, I guess, is what you're saying.
We have bought toys that are theoretically indestructible. I can assure you that she's made quick work of every one of them.
Have you emailed back the company and showed pictures of the indestructible toy at its end?
I've thought about it, but it's just usually too funny watching her just tear it apart.
Or just be like, hey, Sage, can you pose for a picture? Because we need to send this back to them because they need that. Or there you shoot some video of that, and then compile it into a giant video of Sage destroying the indestructible dog toys.
Yeah,
Part 1, part 2.
How about more like about part 50, because that's what we're going to end up with.
That's okay. And then you just say, this is a multi-part series. When we're all said and done, we will make sure, it's available on DVD for you to purchase.
I thought about going there marketing those rings that are on the water bottles, as far as the gallon water jugs and the milk containers. My cat and a lot of the cats I've had in the past, that's all they play with is the plastic rings. Go there and buy them, fancy toys, but I think they need to sell those at the pet store.
My dog has an interesting toy she likes to play with. She actually likes water bottles. And she has a little bit of a game of, I try to screw it on the cap as tight as I can, and then she tries to unscrew it. Not chew it off, but actually unscrew it with her mouth.
Really?
Yeah, she's very adept at doing that.
Really?
I don't know where she picked it up from. Her predecessor used to do it as well. She could take off bottle caps no matter how tight I put them on there.
We used to go to take water bottles and put them in the freezer for the dogs and throw them out in the morning or whatever so they'd have something to chew on all day.
That's a good idea. I've thought about doing something like that.
Lots of nice, cool. Yeah, that way if you unscrew it, she can't get the water out. She'll be like, "What? This is wrong. This is supposed to have water."
No. She'll sit there and crunch ice.
Yeah.
Well, she'll have to chew up the cup at that point, then, right?
I'm pretty sure my dog is indestructible. The other day she was standing out in a hailstorm, so trying to catch the ice as it came out of the air.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And the big one we got recently or whatever? Is that the one where it was like 2-inch, 3-inch hail, something like that? Or was that, or am I thinking of something a while ago? How long ago was this?
That was last week.
Yeah, I was still on vacation and I heard about that. I'm like, I hope everything is still okay.
Now we had one come through here last week too. Had a bunch of hail. It's pretty. Yeah, it gets pretty interesting whenever you see a storm come up from the southeast and you see a storm come from the north. I mean, you got southwest, and then you got a storm coming up from the northwest, and they merge about 20 miles west of you. I was like, oh boy, hold on.
Gonna hang on to something, huh?
Mm-hmm. All of a sudden you hear on the RV.
Yeah.
Only missing piece was Gibbs' head from Gareth from that set. I guess that's pretty good.
Yeah, Ralph and Gareth have been chatting, ended up in there.
It's hot everywhere. Crazy how hot it is. Maybe I do need to go into like HVAC, work maybe.
HVAC worker wouldn't be any fun. having to crawl around putting the air conditioning ducts in and working on houses that are.
Say that when you're doing the repair is probably the worst time to be in the house.
Because it takes 4 hours to go to cool a house down, the average house down.
Yeah, and they usually break down on the hottest days. So I can imagine that, no matter what you do, you're going to be sweating to get that job done.
That's why whenever I packed the truck up for the Memphis, I utilized the thermal battery idea. And the middle of the truck where all the Lego is stored, it stays 20 degrees cooler than the outside temperature. Because all the eBay stuff, totes, they are on the outside, the Lego. So they're packed full of clothes. So that makes a good thermal battery. And then all my shipping supplies, boxes and whatnot are on top of everything.
That makes sense. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually all my Legos blocking my windows and stuff, so I've got a little bit of a thermal, thing there. Plus, I've got some special cloths too that I use, kind of help. Have those special heating cloths, the black ones or something, that kind of keep the air cool or whatever. Do what needs to be done to stay a little bit cooler, I guess.
Yeah. I just how Lego is when it's out in the heat. So that's just the only way I know how to do things, just by utilizing common sense. And
yeah. Oh, let's see. Train is coming along, and skipped all the stickers.
did you see that one Brick Blaze was working on that Batman?
No, I didn't see
that
that.
sticker was huge. I think the sticker was about the size of an instruction book. Can you imagine putting a sticker that size on something?
Oh. So let's see here. Well, the train engine looks like Tanya has disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
I told you she melted into the couch.
No things left us their pillow.
Yeah. There's a puddle on the ground there somewhere with Tanya's name on it.
I have to call her Puddles now.
It's not good. That or she's turning on the cold water in the shower or something, trying to get some cold air into the apartment. That or she's got the freezer open and she's trying to get the fan close to the freezer to blow the cold air close to where she's at.
Hey, those ice chest cooler air conditioners work. So
The which ones?
the ice chest ones. You take a DC fan motor and take out some dryer duct and run through the ice chest, the bottom of the ice chest, and up to an outlet on the top, and you pack it full of ice. And for 4 hours, you could have 40 and 50 degree air coming out of that thing, all off of a cigarette lighter or a solar bank.
I have to try something like that. I'll go stick my head in the freezer, I think.
Why every year I go over and try to buy one window unit at least, so I have a spare one. I don't like running the big unit in the RV because I like using everything else in the RV. So we use 2 small window units in there, plugged up to the breaker box outside.
Yeah.
Was that 32 amps that don't have to be put into the RV?
I get the engine and the tender done. Okay. Not exactly, but you know. Oh, it's kind of warm in here too. I have to stick my head in the freezer. Hey David, that's cool. You going to the same show? You going to any shows? Kevin's going to a show. Let's see.
Rick Fair, Virginia.
Yeah, I'm still debating on that one. At this point, it's probably not going to happen, unfortunately.
Be nice to go there and be a fly on the wall and go there and be a spectator, at least.
Well, maybe we'll see. But I mean, with the current job situation right now, I just don't think it's going to happen. It's. Besides, then what'll happen is I'll want to go, and then I won't have a place to crash. So, as long as somebody out there's got a floor, maybe. But we'll see.
Imagine Hoosier, let you stay in his Lego room.
Where's Hoosier at?
Yeah, Utica, Illinois.
That's gonna be a little bit far away. We'll see. Might have to wait until next year, Dave. It's just life is kind of crappy right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Lego pretty much zapped all my energy out when they let me go. So I said the Lego product is great. Lego retail management, not so well. If it's up to them, I mean, I don't think they're all that great right now. So they talk a mean thing, but when it comes to delivering, I just didn't see it.
Gee, I'm trying to think of who else is down that direction.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see.
Brick Benders over that direction too.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't foresee myself being able to make it this year. I mean, there's always that slight chance something could happen, but I mean, I just doesn't seem like it's in the cards this year. I was kind of hoping it would be, but it's been kind of a weird year. So. That or I need to sell lots of Lego between now and then. That'd be about the only thing that might make it possible.
Yeah, I went in and checked some of my favorite stores on Bricklink and noticed that quite a few of y'all had shut down during Brick World.
Yeah, so I mean, I got lots of sets. I might start selling a lot of my Star Wars stuff and just see if I can get rid of those. I do have a few of the Microfighter collections and stuff. I have to just see if I can, like Kevin said, liquidate some of the stuff I don't really need.
We got noise coming from Tanya. Maybe she'll make a appearance here in a minute.
Oh, she's talking to somebody. She's on a call. Sounds like so.
How long does it take to go there and tell them to just to unplug it and replug it back in? And should work just fine.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Everybody wants me to go to Virginia. maybe they should have told me to go to that instead of Brick Fair New England the one year. I'd probably been better off.
It's just really sad the way everybody treated you this year.
What?
Oh, everybody wanted the castle, go see the castle, talk about the castle, and nobody really gave you time of day while you were up there.
Oh no, people looked. Oh, there were a lot of people looking at it. No, I think that some of the
I've seen
people.
videos.
Well, some of the people just miss it. I don't know what it is. They just miss it. It's I mean, and a lot of people point out that the fact that it is on the ground. I mean, it did. The first song started kind of quiet, and that was kind of bad because I didn't have it on my phone, and the TV wasn't very loud. And then I cranked the music, and then the party started. So I mean, I had a lot of people around it in the dark. There were a lot of people looking at it and watching it. So the video was more tuned for the slower song, but once I started cranking the music, people stopped and looked and watched, and so it was good. Kevin was there. Kevin hung out. He was right there. He was kind of DJ advisor, so he was advising me what songs to play. Brickhead, Nick was there. Nick was standing by there with his kids, and some of their advice wasn't as good. Frozen, Let It Go was a good one. But I think, a lot of the other ones just kind of didn't catch on. So,
Yeah, I watched about 30 or 40 of the videos that people put out. And I think you made about 5 seconds or 10 seconds on average on at least 60% of the videos that I've seen. So.
yeah, I mean, I think there's one out there where I'm out there for maybe about 20 or 30 seconds, but I forgot to shoot one this year, so it's it's kind of the thing. It's been there so many times, and most of it's kind of the same. So I mean, it wasn't really nothing really, nothing major. I mean, everything was pretty much the same for the most part. So, but it was, is what it is.
Yeah.
A lot of people have seen it, so it's kind of things. I mean, it was a little bit different this year. A lot of people commented they did like the texturing, so the texture was at least a big hit from that standpoint. So.
And we won't know what Beyond the Brick has because he holds on to videos sometimes 8 months or 9 months.
I mean, he has a bunch. I know I didn't get an interview this year. I thought they were making some kind of a video or something, but yeah, I mean, I have a lot of interviews out there currently, and the castle hasn't really changed too much.
Mm-hmm.
I guess since the interviews it has, but that's, I guess, why it would have been kind of cool, because it has changed pretty drastically since I've been interviewed. It had the big tower the last time I was interviewed, so it's kind of those things where it has changed a fair amount, but it is what it is. I'm there every year, so I just don't know what the video was for. So if it was something more of a permanent one, I'd be kind of a little upset, but. Let's see here. Oh, I must have the station to build. So there's the train car. Is what it is.
Are there any special parts in that set, Reed?
Looks like there were some maybe 3x4 slopes in red, a couple ladders in like the orange, a 1x12 yellow plate, some 2x4 green tiles,
Okay.
around 2x2 white tile.
So a couple of parts.
Yeah, a couple of parts. All black antennas. But I don't know if we've had those on the wall previously or not. The little antennas, like the little guys, like ones you'd use for like steering for like helicopter or something.
Oh, okay.
And all black. That's kind of cool. That's pretty much it. I mean, It's not bad. It's, it's cool. Here's what it is. I mean, it's not super awesome for me, but can maybe good
I
if
thought
some.
about duplicating a couple of them.
Oh, you got these steering wheels right here.
Which ones?
Okay.
The black one is what you said.
No, not the steering wheel. Just the little the gear shift type thing.
Oh, okay. I've got those in 3 different colors, I think.
Yeah. See, the train station really needs the stickers, I guess, for the platform, but not really a big fan for that. So I mean, it's okay. It's an okay set. I mean, for $10, I mean, if you can find a use for it somewhere, that would probably work.
And there's the other steering wheel right there, the blue one.
Yeah.
They said this is my loose Lego, my play stash.
Got the small car wheels, so I mean, I'm not sure how you'd have to figure out how to put a track out there to have it run on.
Well, I've got several different styles of wheels that I've came across lately. Anything from all the way from roller skates to the big old monster things. The Lego Dimensions had some pretty good car wheels for the Batmobile and the Ghostbuster. I think that's where I got some car wheels into the store.
Yeah, I mean the black wheels. I think they were on some of the holiday train stuff a few years ago. I bought some of those. So, but it is what it is, So, cool little set. Now I got to find a place for it. That sucks. Or dismantle it and put it into the collection. Watch out! I see a fire-breathing dragon sneaking into the picture. Maybe his friend will join him.
Just don't get the squirrel in there.
No, he's still playing googly eyes. He's fine. Let him be.
Don't want barbecue squirrel, or do we?
No, not really. I think somebody'd be upset. I actually probably need to get another one. Get a newer one. See what because I think he may have gotten pushed around a little bit, so he's gonna stand up as well.
I was just really envious of the Field of Dreams. I've always wanted to go up there, and I've been by there 100 times in a big truck. Just never been able to pull off the side of the road.
Yeah, it was kind of. I mean, it's not far off the highway. It's pretty close. So I actually did that. Actually, the squirrel did make an appearance. He did make an appearance on the golf course. So
Cool.
I took him out the one day and put him as a head cover. I was like, some girl's like, "Wow, that's a really cool head cover." I go, "It's not a head cover, but today he's acting as a head cover." And I kind of walked over and says, "He's a hand puppet." She's like, "Is he soft?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's soft." And she's like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Yeah." So he got to sit on the 3-wood, and I didn't use it much, so he was riding along in the cart the whole day. So.
Flashbacks of Caddyshack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't that a gopher? I thought close. We can cut the tail off. Work the same. And then of course, visiting my mom's house. I'm like, "Hey," I was with one of my nephews. Like, look, there's a chipmunk. The chipmunk is sitting out on my mom's bridge. Just kind of chilling. We saw some good stuff at the golf course. We saw like a deer with a couple really young fawns. Chased a muskrat back into the pond. Saw a couple turkeys. Yeah. Eventful day out on the golf course.
Got what looks like a Minecraft, huh?
Who?
Or mini Minecraft.
Who? Not me.
Oh, Gareth
Oh.
said it also got what looks like a mini Minecraft.
Oh yeah. There's oh, I might even have it handy. There was one. Oh, let me see. I don't really do much with it. I had one. Actually, you know what? Actually, the one I have, I might have had signed. Actually, let me find it. Kind of push it around sometimes. I keep forgetting I might have had it signed.
There had been 3 different mini scale Minecraft sets.
Actually, right. I've actually had a few sets signed, and so actually I have the mini Minecraft. I do the mini Minecraft, and
Mhm.
it does have a signature on it. It's got Tim Courtney's signature on it. So
Why aren't you building it? There's plenty of good parts in that set.
got some tile.
Seriously. Yeah. See, you're a hoarder. You don't build anything.
No, I do. I actually really didn't buy it to actually build it. I think it was dirt cheap the one time I went and bought it. Now it's got a signature on it, so it might be worth a little bit more. Should have got the one signature. Should have got the signatures that mattered, and that was the Eiffel designers for this sucker.
See, if I had something like that, I'd have to buy another set of that so I could have it for display and have the sealed set next to it.
See, Ralph is probably going to tell me I need to build this set too. Once I show it, he goes, you got to build that one too.
Well, see, the thing is I got a bunch of those sets, and I got them really, really cheap because they dumped them out at Target.
Well, look at
And
that
they
one.
were awesome parts. Yes, you have to build that one too.
No.
Yes.
Actually,
Why own it if you're not going to build it?
Maybe eventually. I don't know.
No. It doesn't work that way.
I built the Sherman tank. I bought, from the same designer. That was actually Siskin's first ever model that he actually built, and then Lego wanted to sell it. So
Who was that one guy? Was that? Let's see here.
Huh?
Showing the 80s with the tank. I was trying to remember the actor's name.
That was James Garner.
James Gardner. What was this? What model was the tank? Was that one?
Probably pretty close to the same one. Probably the Sherman, something like that. I think it was a Sherman or something like that. I don't know. I can do some research real quick and find out.
We had some good movies back then.
Let's see here. I want to say I thought it was a Sherman, but it'll probably tell me should tell me in the plot if it'll ever get to that.
What's the other one I've seen probably about 100 or 200 times that don't get old? Convoy.
Yeah. So what did he say here? He had a Sherman tank. Yeah, it was a Sherman tank.
I thought so.
Yeah, M4 Sherman. That's what I built. Actually, I'm waiting for Brick Mania to bring out another Corsair. That's what I want. That was one of my favorite planes, and so
I thought they just put the Corsair back in stock.
maybe. I don't know. I haven't been watching
I
it.
saw something. I was pretty sure they posted on Twitter not too long ago it was back in stock.
Maybe. Oh, maybe that is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, looks like it is. Let's see how much it is. $395.
Yeah, that seems about right.
I guess I'm getting that instead of going to Brick Fair, Virginia. I guess.
Probably getting that and not eating for a while too.
Yeah, I guess.
They
You
got
got the
nice
salt.
stuff, but honestly, it's expensive.
I might sell my Eiffel Tower to get that.
Which one are you going to sell your
There you
Eiffel
go.
Tower to get?
Whoa.
Oh, she's alive.
I heard a disembodied voice. It's a ghost.
You said Eiffel Tower, and she just woke up.
No, I was doing some show planning, so.
This right here, this thing on the screen, if your screen is available.
The Corsair?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
So
That and the Mustang are pretty similar.
yeah. I mean,
whatever.
I love the Corsair. I mean, it was a good plane. I liked it. There were a couple. There's been a couple at shows. There was one at maybe BrickCon, and I asked the guy, I said, "How'd you build that?" And he said, "Well, you have to find out yourself." And I'm like, well, that really helps me a lot. Appreciate that. Thank you. That's,
Thanks, jack off.
to me, it's like, you made a really cool plane. Why not tell more people how you built it, and that way you could maybe more people could build them and whatnot. I mean, it's not like somebody's gonna. Now unless he's afraid that somebody's gonna like build it and then not give him credit. And that could happen, but I'm not one of those guys. I'd build it. They're like, "Where'd you get that?" And I said, "Well, so and so out in Seattle or at the BrickCon show had it, and I asked him, and he was able to tell me how to build it." So yeah,
Well, if you go look at that one master builder that did the Cube Dudes or whatever, that in his interview, that was his thing. He was scared that somebody was going out doing. Reason why I didn't come out with his stuff.
If you look at a build for long enough, you'll usually figure out how it went together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if a person will sit in it. Should, but it's hard to tell from looking at the model. Oh yeah, I guess there it is. Yeah, I was gonna say. Because it's one of those things where it is kind of neat. The gull wing is the only thing I really had problems with. I bought the red plane from Creator. I bought a bunch of those. So if I could take that one and redesign it somehow into a Corsair, that'd be cool too. Just a matter of getting that gull wing out from the cowling. I think the key.
Yep. So what I missed while I was off show planning?
Not much, really.
Not much.
No, not much.
Um,
We just were talking about you. So.
That's cool.
yeah,
Anything interesting?
so,
How evil I'm gonna be?
We thought you melted into the couch. That's about it.
No, I melted in my bed, and while I was talking to Jeremy, because gotta make sure our show's tight and ready, Go in there and look like professionals, right?
What?
What?
Exactly. Go in and look like professionals. So yeah. So just plotting on
I
what
think we're
gonna do.
asking for a lot there.
Maybe.
Just Lego. It's just Lego bricks.
You would say
Yeah,
it's
it's only
just
Lego.
Lego, but it's Lego. Lego is live.
What's alive?
Lego.
Lego is live.
Well, yeah. The other problem I had at Brickworld was my party rocker actually didn't work properly.
But I thought you had it fixed,
I thought so too. The lights didn't work.
which was like
Well,
the
they
whole
worked-
point of it, wasn't it? Was
They
the
worked a
lights?
little bit, and then they died. And so I thought they were working, but the music worked, so that's all mattered. That's all matters. There's another one I might buy, and there's a place in Madison that had it. But it was like 200, so I was like, I didn't really want to spend that.
Maybe not.
Well, it has lights on the front too. It has the bulb, and then also has lights on the front on the speaker screen.
Cool.
But actually, what I did was I went the night before World of Lights. I went and bought 2 single stand lights because I did bring the bulbs, the 3D bulbs. There's some LED 3D bulbs that actually do the same thing, and so I used those, and those hit the ceiling, I guess, a little bit. So those were okay. Actually, somebody down the ways actually had a big cube type thing, and he actually turned his upside down and had it going into his display, which was kind of cool.
Neat.
The bridge one though. I mean, if you haven't seen the bridge video was freaking insane. So that was kind of that's something Tanya and Jeremy and everybody that's electrically gifted is going to have to help me figure out how to do with my castle eventually.
Well, you just ask and point, and you'll probably get it done.
Better.
Or we'll melt the plastic and you don't have a castle anymore. One of the two.
Well, the good thing is LEDs are such low energy and low wattage that's not as common.
Yeah, if you find that
You
that
have
one,
not seen me blowing up something.
because the bridge looked like it was professionally done. So if you look for the videos for World of Lights this year, there was a bridge, and I have a minute video I'll have to show at the next meeting. But I mean, it's just he had lights. He had like the like those lampposts you like so much. He had stuff like that, and those lights would go. They'd go back and forth, and then he had lights underneath the bridge that changed colors and went back and forth and stuff. It was pretty nice. I mean, it definitely was cool. Mine's just dancing lights, and it's okay. But one of these years, I'll figure out how to make it look a little bit more exciting, I guess. Might need double or triple the space, though.
Get some train track, and go there and make it put it on turntable style and make it go around in circles.
That's a big castle to spin. I think I'll pass on.
That's why I said train track. Go there, take a round.
Yeah, actually, when I had the big tall tower, the big tall keep. I was thinking of putting like the mixer or something up there to make the minifigs all kind of get sick up on the top, you know. But
I approve.
yeah, I could use that ice cream for that. You know, make it look like there's floating stuff that shouldn't be floating.
Like I said, I
usually
approve.
one.
I second the idea.
The second, the idea of having vomit, you know, flying through air, you know,
Yeah,
minifig vomit, of course.
absolutely.
Of course, there's one little thing that you could probably do is to go there and change it up and make it more interesting. Is like on the dragons or something like that. You go there and put motion to the legs.
Well, that was the next thing is PVC pipe on the top, and then having the dragons kind of move a little bit somehow. Eventually, there's a lot of stuff I can still do. It's just right now. I mean, I think everything's pretty much on the back burner except for probably sorting, organizing, and selling Lego until I figure out my job. So the nice thing is if I sell my Eiffel Tower, I do have an extra box that's kind of special. I have the fake box that we used in the stores for the digital box. That one, which is really nice and thick. So that might up the amount on it maybe a little bit.
That'd be cool.
You see where they have the mowing man or the guys spinning the ball or whatever. Go there, take one of those and put one of your dragons over on top of it where the legs are walking. Or
Yeah.
just something so little or whatever.
I just have that vision. I have that vision of that hamster ball with the dragon just rolling across the floor, brick roll, just kind of. They're actually getting where it's hitting him and just they do a fair amount of contests and stuff. Ken, let me see if I can find it. Ken is watching. Let me see if I can search. Actually, otherwise I might have to look and see if I've got it on my phone. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Gotta learn how to type.
One finger.
Oh.
Yep.
Let's see here. Let me see. I want to find this and then mute it on the bridge.
You showing us?
Maybe I gotta see here. I don't know if his video is going to be very long. Let's see here, we'll see.
Play it at half speed. Oh.
Here we go. We will share screen. Share.
Oh boy.
Screen. Hey, you need to talk or something.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me go back here. Hold on. Let's see here. So there's the bridge. There's the bridge, and you look at the lighting on that. I mean, if I can do that with the castle, that would be pretty freaking cool, to do something like that, where that light changes across the bridge. I liked when it was changing multicolors across. That makes it look really neat that way. Plus, the towers up top did some stuff, but
Wow, that looks amazing.
Put to music.
and I think and this guy was the guy that did not hit the castle at all. I don't know if he's got a part. I don't know if
He was blinded by the other lights.
I guess.
Get those lights figured out. And put them to music.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, right?
Let's see. This one might have it because this one's got 54 minutes on this one. So let's see here. This one might. Yeah. So this one's got a little bit. Let's see here. This one's got it. I think. Yeah, this should show it like soon. I don't know. They're bouncing around here. Let's see here. There we go. So here's the castle because they're coming up to it.
The castle
And
looks
he-
good. It
Yeah,
looks
and then you can
good.
also see Kevin. Kevin, if they come back, there's Kevin right there. Kevin's on the left part of the screen, right there at the bottom. And then I had the video screen playing the video I'd made. So
Nice.
that's probably the longest one that actually has the most on it. I mean, I actually did a fair amount of. I set up a lot of guys, and then one of the guys from, I think K-Lug was like, you know what? At some point, you just got to say, you know what? Enough is enough, and it'll look good. The dragons flew low this time, so I only had so many dragons out this time. So, but it was pretty good. I mean, it definitely was bright and definitely was loud. So.
Sounds like Ken wants to help you out with a high board and a control module and some RGB LEDs.
Yeah, I mean, I probably have the LEDs. I just would need help programming.
Yep. And it all comes down to what kind of controller you get.
And I actually have some other LEDs, but it wouldn't be enough for the castle. Somebody gave me some for my birthday. One of the guys that does low voltage that I bowl with, he gave me a bunch of special ones. So, I mean, I don't know. Might have to put that to use on something eventually. Maybe do it here in the apartment. Actually, I need to put it on the van so when I road trip, I can just look like a fancier truck going down the road.
I've got everything but the head of an Imperial pilot.
Headless Imperial pilot.
He's got his helmet, but he doesn't have his angry clone head.
Oh man, the one close-up picture I took is out of focus.
Take more pictures.
I took a good picture of the state capitol while I was trying to drive, but it didn't work as well. It happens. Let's see, what time is it? 9:30. Oh,
9:30. 9:30.
might be a shorter one tonight, maybe.
You
Perhaps.
said you needed to get some sleep, didn't you?
No, I got to get that. I got to get that report done. Is what I need to do.
Important
That's-
stuff.
Yeah, it is important stuff. Looks like
All right, well, I'm gonna turn in for the night. So you guys have fun.
Ralph.
did you need to,
Ralph.
did you need to talk
Bye-bye.
to us still or not, Tanya?
What's that? No,
Did you-
actually, Jeremy answered my question, so
Oh,
it was
okay.
good.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Since
Good
he's
for
part
you.
of the since he's part of the EEC, it was easy to just say, "Hey, Jeremy, this is something I had a question for." So, go ahead and he goes, "Oh yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. Don't worry about it." Okay, thank you.
That's fine. So
Well,
stay safe,
I'll
Ralph.
catch you next week.
Yeah, keep us posted, man.
Later.
Yep.
Yeah, be
Bye-bye.
safe, Rayo.
Later, Ralph.
Don't be a stranger.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I had Kevin. I had lots of individual ones through Life Lights, but I gave those to Kevin. So
A lot of individual.
lots of the individual, like the little. I had like a LED on a circuit board. So,
Mhm.
but I mean, it didn't lighten up the castle as much as I hoped. So,
Gotcha.
and so I had those. Oh, instructions for a Sherman. I have this one. Let's see, Gareth, I have instructions for this guy. So, but I think you'd have to somehow get the treads because I think all the treads are unless you build it.
There's-
So
Yeah, they use their custom treads on those brick arms or
Nice.
brick mania.
yeah, and I have the instructions right here.
Yeah, they use custom treads that they built. Their treads are actually pretty nice.
Yep. I mean, do you
Well,
need
that's-
me to shoot pictures of this and send this to you, Gareth? Is that what you're saying? You can try to replicate a Sherman. That or the person to talk to would be Peter because he's probably built tanks from Lego pieces that he's got. It might be easier to get than some of these, but you know, we could send you both, and it's signed. Signed.
They make pretty good tracks, as far as Lego.
Yeah.
They got four studs and 6 studs wide.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at them when I was at the store, but I was like, just don't know what I do with all those treads. So, I mean, to me, that's why, I mean, I was using the ones that we used for like GBC and stuff, the thicker tread stuff, and I've got a bunch of those. I mean, I bought those.
This stuff here,
Yeah, those. I got lots of those.
I've got
Or-
lots of those. If I'm in a store, if I'm in a store on Bricklink, I will look and see if they have it, and I just buy it up if it's at a reasonable price.
I don't know if I've really done that too much, but I'll buy them occasionally. Just depends, or I'll look for sets with them in there. So
Yeah.
Like that one creator set or whatever had some nice track in it. That little robot.
Wally.
No, it wasn't the Wally. It was just
The
a
3-in-1. The blue one. The blue guy. The one that is my the one that's my Brick Me's friend.
He had a little LED or whatever light for an arm.
This guy.
Yeah.
Do you have the thin metal ones, the metal treads for that guy?
Not the metal treads. It's just
Oh, but like plastic, whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I saw the B17. That was crazy. $1,200. Yeah, I've seen some of those. It's nuts. I mean, they're cool. I need to make a lot more money than what I'm doing now, or I need to sell a lot of Lego. I do have a lot. I could sell some, I suppose.
See how many studs wide is that? 4 studs wide track.
I want to say it's 5.
5. As I said, I
Or
thought I
it
had
might
pretty
be 4.
substantial track too.
No, it's actually 4 studs. I'm sorry. 4 studs wide, because you can actually You can put a you can put a 4x1 tile on it.
That'd get you started on a tank. Go get a couple of those for the tracks.
Oh yeah, for small tanks, for like minifig scale tanks in a town, these are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
we
hard
do.
to build with.
We do have a few people that definitely do tanks, so at least one, anyways.
I mean, and I use skid steer tank treads on my robots because it's easy to design.
I had to get one because they had it on clearance for $10 at Walmart at one point in time.
Yeah. Yep, I've always been tempted to get more when I see them on sale. I'm just like, part of me says, yeah, get more.
I gotta get out of here.
Okay.
All right, Kittenville, good talking to you. Have a good one, man.
Yep. Oh, well, since it's just the two of us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the two of us. You and I. Just the two
I
of
do have
us.
4 viewers. We've been
We
hitting
have
a lot
4
more. We've been hitting a lot more viewers too. I think last week when we were live after Brickworld, I think we had 50 by the end of the night. So I mean, it's gaining traction. Just got to get more of the den luggers in there a little bit. And
Oh, yeah.
without Kevin, I think too it kind of dips a little bit. Everybody wants to hear from Kevin, the man.
Well,
Come
people like having that inside perspective from somebody who was up into ranks, But that's okay. You can do if that's all they're coming for. I don't believe that's all they're coming from.
No, but it helps to have the man, the myth,
The
legend.
Hinkle. The man, the myth, the Hinkle.
Man, the myth, the legend.
The legend.
I gotta have. Randy was going to work on something for Brickworld last year. He's going to have to work on something for this next year, I guess, since he didn't get it done and I spaced it out. And of course, I go all the way to Madison. I found Hot Wheels curved track last year at Toys R Us as I was coming home, and I wish I'd bought more. Now that I know Toys R Us is gone, but
Yep.
my mom kept giving my nephews or something our curved track from our special train that we had years ago, like a Hot Wheels train. And I was like, oh, I don't give them those curves. Those are hard to come by. Those you probably can't get anymore.
Those can
Those are-
actually make you money.
Well, no, the train doesn't work. The train had I don't know how that electricity worked, but it had a special gas pump with 4D batteries, and you plug it into the train, and then you'd push on it to maybe send juice to the train. It was an interesting setup, and it's probably like our 9-volt trains for Lego. I mean, it had a motor in there. I mean, and I watched a video on YouTube how to replace it. They're in Madison. I should have grabbed one and just so I could play with that too. But yeah, it's playing with electricity and stuff I need to do more of.
Yeah.
That way I can play with the LEDs and make more stuff. I mean, that's what I need to do. Which means I might have to sell some Lego and get myself a electrical bench area.
Yeah.
I got Prince of Persia I could sell. Star Wars, I think I'm going to liquidate pretty much most of the Star Wars. I mean, I'm kind of Star Wars fan, but it's not. The city stuff I can't sell. I mean, I really can't sell that. So, and I need some stuff to donate. I might sell my Indiana Jones, some of the older stuff. Indiana Jones, might sell some of the Power Miner stuff. I mean, I wish I'd bought more of the littler kits so I'd have lots of rock monsters. I've got a bunch, 5 or 6 that I use sometimes for displays, but a lot of that stuff, probably has a premium that I could probably sell. I mean,
Right.
I use some of it to give or to give away or to use for the donations for the Brickworld, but I might have to even streamline that a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe do more stuff that's custom capes, custom stuff like that, and just keep doing the seasonal kits. I mean, I'm waiting for the rest of the year. I need Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas for the Brickheads this year. I think I've got all the other ones, so
Yeah.
it is
I'm really curious on what they're going to put out for Halloween and or for Christmas sets this year.
For sets, or
For
you mean
sets, you know? Like, what are they going to do for the, what are they going to do for the,
seasonal set?
yeah,
The city one? I don't know. They've done a train station.
right?
They need to do is they need to talk to Randy and get his pro shop, because his pro shop's cool. They actually would dwarf the cottage they built the one year. That I mean, he did a phenomenal job on that. But they, you've got toy
Comes
shop
down.
times. You got toy shop times 2,
Right.
a bakery, a post office, a cottage, the market. You got the train and the train station. I'm missing one.
I didn't pick up the train station. Half of me is like upset about that. Half of me isn't. I wasn't
What's
super
funny is
impressed with it.
we should have told me that Schaumburg had both of them on the shelf, the stations and the trains.
Yeah, I've
I mean,
got the train. I just didn't get the station.
Well, the train was 2 years ago, right? Station was this last year, right?
That's correct.
So the station's a new one, so that one will be back out this year.
Yeah.
Train might be off chance if they still have them, because usually, and if they're out, they'll be limited quantities. I was kind of shocked Schaumburg had both of them. Woodfield had them both, but they might have pulled out all the stops for the fans or they just have them sit on the shelf. I mean, I wanted to hit Kansas City to see what they had, on the shelf, and I didn't hit Milwaukee. Should have hit Milwaukee to see, but I was surprised to see some sets. I mean, actually, we should tell Mike Miller they had the bucket excavator still on the shelf.
Jeez.
In Woodfield. I was like, oh God, I want that, but I don't want to spend that much money on it. I was like, yeah, because I saw that, I was just laughing.
It's like I would love a Bugatti, but
Oh, okay. Ken missed the Winter Village conversation. So we were wondering what the Village building would be this year. So obviously we were talking about what's already been out. I mean, I've got mine read up. Watch, here we go. We're gonna scroll. Oh, the scroll.
in the
Mine are
shelves
up
of
there.
shame.
The shelves of shame. Yeah, I guess. That's what you want to call them.
Or your store inventory, one or the other.
Well, no, I mean, the city sets. I mean, my friend John was going to build, and he went cold turkey all those years ago, and he hasn't built. I tried prying with him a little bit this year, and I didn't really get to see him this year. I was hoping to see him on this last trip, and just didn't work out. But no, I mean, the city stuff is city. I mean, city. So I mean, I try to keep that. That's the most basic. I mean, if they went back to classic castle, I mean, it'd be good. Oh, nephew's amazed. Okay, he wants more amazement. Okay, here we go. So let's. Here we go. More. Yeah, there you go. So I don't know. I mean, I wish they would replace Nexo and go back to classic castle. What's funny is I found an old internal Lego magazine where they were like, Chima, it's gonna be the next Ninjago. I'm like, okay. I think they missed that by a mile, but okay. I mean, I like the Chima stuff, but I mean, I didn't really get into it when it's out either. I think I have the videos, but to me, I mean, I don't know. I thought the best one was some of the sets for the. And they should do more sets for the. Oh crap! I can't think of it. Hold on, let me grab the video. It's a cartoon. Reminds me, I probably should binge watch these a little bit. So, the Freemaker Adventures. See, now that would have been something they could have probably built. Now, it is about Star Wars, unfortunately, but they need something kind of like that, but maybe something that's not, maybe it's kind of about another theme, but not so much, kind of try to incorporate a little bit. I mean, I like this, and I like a lot of the sets with that, but Classic Castle would be a great thing to bring back. I mean, or just Castle, okay, but just not a story. They're so sucked into this themology.
Must make IP.
Oh yeah, they're so sucked into that IP themology stuff that it's like, You know, City's the only thing that's still out there. I mean, Friends is, I
The
guess, kind of
creative.
like a creator.
The
Well, yeah.
creator stuff is still, I think, in the vein of Lego that I
Oh, yeah.
remember.
Yeah, Creator, City. I mean, Friends, I guess, would be kind of close. I mean, it's still
Yeah.
themed, but it's for girls. But it's all City stuff. I mean, it's all your basic stuff.
Yeah, it's like
They need, but space is Star Wars, so you don't have any basic space. But
right.
Base Castle was popular. I mean, and then they went to this after Ninjago. They tried it with everything. They tried it with the animals with Chima. They tried it with Castle with Nexo, and it's like, you know what? Give it a break. I mean, just once Ninjago's gone, then try something again. You know, I mean, rather than have all this crazy diversity. I mean, to me, that's one of those things where I think they've got some great people doing ideas. I mean, a lot of us when we were working there had tremendous ideas. I made lots of suggestions, kind of like what Kevin did with the polybag. I made suggestions like that too, and everything I suggested, unfortunately, due to the tunnel vision of brand retail management, they thought was all for the fans. And I'm like, if that's what you think, then you guys, all my decisions went right over your head, like by about miles over your head, because you're on the wrong plan to begin with. But I mean, the thing is, though, I mean, the IP stuff is great, but how much of that can you have? I mean, you got superheroes in Star Wars, but maybe do more basic stuff. I mean, keep the price point down on some of those basic things, like, you know, Castle and stuff like that, because Castle uses basic pieces, and they've made them all. Maybe go back. I mean, what they really need to do is go back to building more stuff, not having a lot of these one-piece stuff, you know, these big wall sections, but building it like Hope Castle. You know, lots of little pieces, lots of pieces. People want pieces; they want to build. I mean, when it's, you know, that's what juniors is for. If you want to use a lot of stuff, do juniors. If you're going to build stuff, build it. I mean, build it. Lots of pieces. I mean, this was 200 pieces here on this castle. That's 200 pieces. That was a fun build.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good build for 200 pieces. I mean, you know, and it's not that big, but it's a castle. It's cool. I mean, you could build a castle using just, you know, I mean, you might have to do a few big pieces, you know, for your drawbridge and some stuff like that. But I mean, the castle stuff, I mean, the last castle stuff, I still have some somewhere. I found the bag for the dragon castle, or the dragon thing. I have an old one. I have Paladix Fortress up there. I got 2 used ones from some guy one time. But I mean, the old castle stuff was pretty good. I have the Royal Castle somewhere in my closet, along with the I have a couple old ones that I have. They're pretty cool. Problem is, a lot of stuff right now, there's so much competition. Some stuff really just doesn't go for that much. You'd think you'd be doing good. I mean, like this guy. Here you go. Perfect example. This set is from '98. So this is 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
20 years. And I paid $230. And it's probably going for $10. And I'm like, okay. I mean, really? 20 years old? And it's going for, like, I mean, granted, I mean, it's got 34 pieces. So, I mean, if it's going for a ton, I mean, I guess that's kind of not as good of a deal as some stuff. But, but yeah, and stuff and Ken both, like, you know, that the classic castle would be huge. So
Classic Castle, Dirt and Nexo. I think that's a pretty common opinion.
well, I mean, to me, the kids want the kids probably like the next a little bit because the shields and all that. But to me, it's like, you know what? I mean, that's great, but you have, I mean, and that's fine. I mean, that's fine. I mean, but to me, it was, why don't you try it again? I mean, mix it up a little bit. I mean, even the best thing I discussed, and if it comes back at any time in the near future, I'm going to kind of go, okay, that was kind of, I'm going to be like Kevin, that was kind of my idea, is the trains. Split them up. Don't, big honking boxes of trains is, in my book, and I'm going to use the word asinine. To me, it's just like, you know, do the engine, do the cars, do the track pack, do the power pack, but have it so kids can build it in sections. I mean, because you could have a grain car, you could have a coal car.
But the My Own Train stuff, they said the My Own Train stuff didn't do well.
Well, the problem was a lot of that stuff, that little part stuff, was out when as Lego was getting ready to almost go bankrupt. So I mean, and you had maybe 5 people in a Lego store on a Saturday, or 10. I mean, nothing like hundreds there are now. So they haven't really even tested it in a market that would make sense. You tested it when you were going belly up and people weren't really paying attention to Lego. Your advertising wasn't out there. You just didn't have the pull you have now. I mean, to me, try it, because log cars might be popular in the upper western, the Northwest, Pacific Northwest, where they're doing a lot of that. Coal cars might be popular everywhere. I mean, here, Pennsylvania, places where you see a ton of them. We see a ton of them here. Grain cars, Midwest, where they have stuff like that, but then you could do that. Passenger cars, I mean, those would be huge. I mean, and kids will make trains that are combined with all of that. But they can go in and say, Mom, yeah. Oh, Mom, don't I have like $25 of allowance coming? Yeah. Well, I want to buy this old log car. I'll add it to my train, I mean, and that's the way they should be doing it. I mean, and they don't even have to try it in city. Try it in expert. You've got a holiday train. You could have done it for the holiday train. Engine, passenger car. You could have made bigger cars and had a little bit more money involved in it. But in the end, it would have been more substance overall. Because, I mean, the train, I think, had track and all that. I mean, a lot of us don't need that again. Didn't it have track? I think it had track, didn't it?
It did.
So it had track.
It literally had 16 curved tracks. You may put it in a circle.
Yeah.
And
So
if you powered it and tried to run it around that 16 thing, it was way too powerful. Threw itself off the track every time. But yeah, I would love to see more train stuff. I wish they could do the 9-volt again, because
I think the 9-volt. I think they said it was. I think even a lot of people that are thinking might have been the shock thing to it, just from the fact that it did have voltage going through it. Which is
I understand why. They had 2 main issues. One of them was ROHS compliance in Europe, and the other one was the updated child safety standards for toys.
Yeah,
So,
which is fine. I mean, to me, they don't need it. I mean, with power functions is great. I mean, and we're all going to have 9-volt. I mean, we just need ME models and stuff to keep pumping out the 9-volt. But I think a lot of people aren't really enjoying that as much anymore. Those of us that use it and love it because we just turn it on and walk away, it's great. But maybe they're trying it. Maybe most people are like, well, that's great, but that doesn't defeat the fact that kids can, spectators can derail trains. So that, maybe you really don't want that kind of method there. But I mean, just even individual train cars, doesn't matter what power system you use. I mean, just have them go back to that and try it and just see how it does. I mean, because I bet it would outsell a lot of the current trains. I mean, just by having the ability to buy it in smaller quantities.
The trains are fairly stagnant on the shelves. I mean, you can still get you can get the passenger train, and you can get the cargo train from the old systems, from the old power function system. Those are still both out there. You're easy to find.
Well, they got the new ones coming.
The new, I've seen them hit. I've seen some people starting to review them. So that means that they are hitting shelves.
Well, maybe. Well, that or they're getting sent to those reviewers. But to me, it's one of those things where I really believe that. I mean, they should at least try it again. I mean, it can't.
I would love to see individual train cars again.
To me, not even so much for the fans, but I think most kids and parents would enjoy that if they didn't have to drop 150 on a train or 200 on a train. That's a lot of front end.
It's a lot of front end yeah.
And if the kids don't like it or they don't play with it, you've just wasted all that money. And you have to sell in the aftermarket. You might get what you paid for it. You might not, because now it's used. People might be like, okay, what's wrong with it or whatever. And so to me, but if you say, okay, hey Johnny, I'm going to get you this engine, or you get them an engine for Christmas and maybe a passenger car or something.
I think there should be. I used to do model railroading as a kid, and I'll tell you straight out, I think there needs to be the 150 starter set. Pull it out of the box, build it, and run it. I think that's absolutely a necessity to any good train line. But I also believe that the thing that makes trains great is the customization, where you can go in and you could say, hey, I need 20 coal cars, and you buy 20 coal cars. You buy 20
Oh, yeah.
livestock cars. You buy that
Well,
kind
then-
of thing that you need to make the rail that you want to make.
Well, then the starter set should be like just like the ones they have, or kind of like rather than have follow model railroading and do a passenger and a cargo, just do one starter set, engine, caboose, one passenger car, a box car, and maybe a cattle car because everybody loves the animals, something like that, and then just do something like that, and then maybe rather than make it so expensive with the cranes and stuff, give it your basic track, give it your basic stuff, but then say, this set has this part where you can actually have a crane, add the crane for the loading platform for unloading this, just like Lionel has. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how well all that stuff does. But
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you had all the extra cars, so just kids, this train is this train, but we've got these cars that aren't part of that train, but you can add them to the train or make your own train car, own train like that. Coal
Right.
car, log car,
Yep.
another maybe a baggage car, and
Yeah.
kind of do what they did, and like you said, like with the Santa Fe, maybe have one plan that does baggage, passenger, observation, whatever, dome, whatever, and have it do it all, and have all the pieces in there. You can build any one of them, and have it at that price point where it makes sense. But then it does all four, so you're not stuck trying to, like with the Santa Fe, trying to grab this one that does 2 cars, this one does 2 cars, this one does all 4 cars. You just need one set. I mean, you might
Right.
have a little bit of extra pieces, but you know what? Extra pieces these days, people love it for windows, for whatever. I mean, you could do it. I mean, they just need to try it. And I think what it is Lego, I think, is afraid to try stuff. I mean, they're trying all this stuff with ideas. I mean, technically,
I
somebody's
think
using
they have a good platform there with ideas, and I think that that is helping them gauge the market. I think because what you've seen with the ideas is you've seen expansions on the themes that came out from ideas,
Well, yeah.
and it's maybe not as big as we would like it to be, but they've put a little more effort into it. And when the idea stuff goes, the stuff that's getting the votes is it's basically market research for them. Quite seriously, it's just straight out research. Because they're getting an idea of, oh, people like this, ooh, people like this. Like the nostalgia thing. People like certain types of the nostalgia.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of guys have been doing the train stuff for the most part. I mean, you mean obviously if you see some of the big conventions, I mean, trains are huge.
Oh
Huge
yeah,
part of that. But I think either those guys are so busy building them, in front of them for shows rather than wanting to put in ideas, or they have and just doesn't get the votes for whatever reason. I mean,
Right.
and that might be, they might have to hit up. I mean, that might be something where next time somebody puts one out is hit the kids at the store. I mean, stand out in front of a Lego store or, toy store and just kind of say, hey guys, do you guys like trains? Oh yeah, I love trains. Well, here's this model, and stand in places where, you're going to find the market. I mean, it's not so much the fans, but find the kids. And then
Yeah.
the parent will be like, oh, you're talking about doing like individual cars and stuff? That would be awesome, and then that, or someone's going to have to start doing it on Bricklink or on eBay and just start selling, just making cars and selling them. And then when Lego sees that, then they'll be like, oh yeah, we need to do that. I mean, I don't
Right.
know. I mean, who knows? I mean, who knows how a lot of it starts, but a lot of it, I think, comes from the market. They see what the market is and like, okay, someone's doing that or whatnot. And
yeah. What
that
is the
might work.
market doing? What is the market doing? Is it going to support this product if we put it out there?
I mean, I think some of it just needs to be gambles. I mean, you have to gamble a little bit.
Oh, of course, you do have to gamble a little bit, but at the same time, you got to make sure you have your bread and butter making your bread and butter.
Well, I mean, and the thing is, though, like Ken's saying, sometimes they get the votes, but they have the copyright issues. I mean, you just do brick rails. I mean, brick rails. I mean, or something like that, or the brick, whatever. I mean, there shouldn't be anything like that. Or you don't put names on it. Just, whatever. Like, this is an engine. This is a passenger car. this is a rail car. These would be meant to be kind of something where if you release them as kind of as like if you do it as an ideas, but eventually maybe put them as an individual. You make the name. I mean, don't give it to me. That way you can do whatever you want, and there's no copyright issues. You could do it if they had the license for Harry Potter again. They could call it the Potter Train or something, because the minute you put a name on it, then you're right. Then you're fighting with frickin' copyright issues, because like Santa Fe and Union Pacific, all those guys are going to want to cut. And if you just do Brick Pacific or Brick Fay or whatever, if you don't use so much of their name, Brick Pacific, you probably use and probably not even get in any trouble, or the Brick Atlantic or something, just something that, picks something that's a common name, and you could just be, on your way. I mean, to me, I think the trains would be, I love trains. I mean, and I'd have more of them if they were easier to get a hold of and more cost effective.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I mean, to me, and with my castle, I mean, I'd probably build more castle too, but I mean, I only buy a few of the Nexo Knight stuff, and I buy pretty much the mech stuff just because I want to, have some kind of a mechanized army eventually attacking the castle. But I mean, the Nexo, I bought some of the shield stuff, but I really didn't buy much of Nexo stuff. I mean, I want castle, but and it's cool stuff, but I was like, I've got castle. I'd rather have just castle stuff. And so, I mean, the kids like it, and it'll be interesting to see how far it goes. But I mean, to me, I think that's actually a dying one also. So
which one's a dying one?
Nexo. I think Nexo.
Oh, Nexo's discontinued.
So nobody knows what's replacing it yet. Nobody's heard.
No one knows what's replacing it yet. But Nexo is definitely discontinued.
I don't know how late I want to go tonight. How long are we doing this? 3 hours already?
I think so.
You guys are watching, you be upset if we end the stream, or do we need to keep it going for a little bit longer? We got 5 viewers. I don't know who's watching. Ken's
Hello.
watching.
Ken's watching.
Gareth might be watching still. Not sure who's watching. I almost need to show of hands. Who's watching still? What's the names? Who are the names? Who's watching? Just, Yeah, Ken says he's about done too.
Yeah, you just get to that point where you're like, energy, done.
No, that's not so much about energy. It's just about, I don't know. And stuff is still watching while inventorying. Yeah, to me, I'd be too far away from the screen for all that stuff. You have to watch it again. Just put it on initial rewind and just kind of watch it over and over again, or just queue up a playlist of all 7 or 8 of them we've done. Just watch them.
It's not a bad thing.
No, some have been better than others. Kevin's stories
course.
about early sales sets was always good. That was a good one. Besides, I mean, giving Lego ideas, did that for years. I should be wearing my Inside Ideas shirt. 600 jumper plates.
600
mold
jumper
variations.
plates.
The jumper plates are all going into the tile bin, and eventually they'll all get separated. And if they have different variations, well, unless I sell them, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll guess. I think this is all this one. That's why all the old collection stuff is still separated wherever it's at, because I haven't mixed old with new for the most part. But I mean, I've got a bin over there, like I think the fire station one I dismantled a few years ago, the police station that fell apart, and I just have. I do need to inventory stuff. Yeah. Well, I'm determined. I mean, the problem is there's too many different choices, and I mean, you have to pull the numbers from the bottom and just figure it out. But I don't know. I'm still sorting in. Like you said, Tanya said the one time, how many more cups do you have to sort? I mean, I think I found another 8 or 10 recently that I got to probably go back through. But I just got to get organized. I need to be motivated. Life needs to deal me a positive blow here. Good news is I don't have to check my Colorado Lotto tickets for another 2 months. My ticket goes to the end of August, so. So if it gets hit, it's at 3.5 million or something. If it gets hit, then I'll be like, oh, okay, time to check the ticket. Ken, are you inventorying that? Did you get a bulk lot or something you're inventorying? You got a raptor leg.
See, Ken really likes the bulk buys. He's just down with it. And the last bulk buy I did, I'm like, you know something? Going through all of this stuff is just not my cup of tea anymore.
I still have a bin. I still have a bin from a collection from at least 7 years ago that's sitting on my floor in there that still needs to be gone through, but
Yeah.
it'll eventually get hit at some point. I found it on the bottom of the closet. It had to be a collection that I acquired because the bin was actually from an earlier thing, and I think somehow it got dumped into there. Yeah, I mean, actually, Ken, you're not the only one. If Sean was watching us, he has the bins that Hoosier had behind him, or not Hoosier. Who was it? Kittenville. Kittenville had those big bins. Yeah, Sean's got like probably 6 or 7 of those bins that he needs to sort, and I helped sort a little bit at one time and made sure I took some of the pieces I like, some of the trans pink pieces and stuff, bricks. But I mean, he's got stuff like that. He's had it. I mean, he got a big, massive bulk lot. I mean, I've got a few, but I mean, most of them, the ones I got were with trains and stuff like that. But I mean, and they're mostly probably sorted except for the one that's in there. But I mean, they're sorted and they're just kind of. There's a bin somewhere with a bunch of bags of minifig parts, heads, torsos, whatever. Enough to just dump out for a giant aircraft crash. Statistically sad and bad, but you know what? Hey, that's what I always joked when we used to have. That's what part of the problems with the grab bags were. Is there was you used to take like the BAM stuff and dump it in there occasionally, and so it'd be the ones where the kids pulled the arms off, pulled the hands out. So I sorted one time. I was like, wow, I got the perfect bottom of a bag for a plane crash. I got arms, I got hands, I got heads, I got torsos with arms ripped off them. Yeah, this is perfect. Let's throw that out and be perfect, you know.
Love it.
But the grab bags were freaking awesome things. I mean, plus I got all these freaking arms that I was going to use for bridges and stuff that I need to figure out how we can use in a Technic build of some kind. The ones I showed you that one time.
Those orange ones?
Yeah, the orange ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got what you gave me on those. I still haven't figured out where to use them yet.
Well, one of these days I'll talk you guys into doing a lift bridge for the train show.
A lift bridge?
Automated, yeah. So we don't have to duck down too far.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But I think that's the one where I always joke. I said that's the one where we're gonna have somebody running power functions. It'll be like they're just not paying attention. I mean, a deep conversation with a customer, like, "Hey, shut down your trains. Lift bridge is going up," and they're not gonna be paying attention. Bridge is gonna go up. Train's gonna go onto the floor. We're all gonna go. Yeah, that conversation's pretty good, wasn't it? And you're like, "Well, my train." I'm like, "Yeah, well, we did give you a warning." You know, we'll make sure Will's at that show so he can start blowing stuff up again.
Ding, 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 ding. Yep.
Tanya's industrial accident scene.
Yeah, that was great.
A few torsos have bite marks. Chances are the dog would not have given it back. So I'm probably saying if they're small enough, probably kid bite marks. Dog would probably just taken it and disappeared with it. They're like, see ya, bye. We keep joking with Ralph. Get Sage a giant Lego tire and say, this is the only one you'll ever get. Destroy it, and you're done. Well, they revealed the inside tour model. I did see that on Brothers Brick. It was the Ferguson tractor. Cool. Not my year to go, I guess. Thankfully.
People like the industrial scene accident. They were amused by it.
I have a bunch of the. I think I have a bunch of the. I don't know what the one guy from the collectible minifigs, the toxic guy or whatever.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of. I love what Marcus is doing for his. I'll figure out how to do that. I think I had built a platform at one time, but that was like, I mean, that was used up within like 1 or 2 series. I'll have to figure out how to build something at some point.
Mhm.
Could maybe build it out of Lego, maybe perhaps using some non-official Lego building techniques, maybe.
Hey, you know what I think about that? If the bricks clutch, it's good.
Yeah, that or I've got a bunch of plates from old lug books I could probably use too to mount them. I think I got a bunch of stuff. Plus, they've always got the stuff on the wall too. They've got the ones that you could mount on a plate that actually have the studs, the angle plates.
Mm-hmm.
Always put the right angle plates to do a couple angle plates to put them on there and just do a couple big base plates. With some magnets, I can throw them on the fridge.
There you go.
Slam the door too hard. I do have a giant lateral file cabinet that's actually right now currently is facing the wrong direction. They can't open the drawers because they open into the room and they've got bins stacked in front of them. I was going to turn it one day and I haven't turned it yet. Turn it towards the hallway or turn the walkway. But I'm running out of steam too.
All right, let's go ahead and call it then. And okay, let's have a good
We're going to call it, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.
Bye, peeps.
Another week in the books, and then I'm probably going to do my broadcast thing or do my thing.